Hey, welcome.
We're here. I'm excited. Jokes. I've been up.
Offended and Unfriended.
Hold on.
I think it's episode lucky number 13, baby.
Oh, he's gonna shade up.
Hold on.
No, you don't.
Those are the.
He's gonna mask up. You don't have to.
Hold on.
Coronavirus is over now. Biden won.
Today, I want to start out with my impersonation.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who am I?
A black Joe Biden. Is that it?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
He always says that. I'm like,
man.
this guy, they're like, go up there and smile.
Yeah. All right, we're obviously going to jump into this,
no,
right?
we don't have to.
I just want to say this.
I have to bring my aviators out.
I want to throw one thing out there before we start.
Go ahead.
Before we start everything, all right?
Is this about my feelings?
No. No. Yeah. We're going to dive in. I got a lot to say, man. I scoured and
all right. Before we go,
all right, I will say this.
Go ahead.
It was refreshing. It was actually refreshing. People got pissed at me for saying this, but I mean it. I speak from the heart here. It was refreshing to hear a politician speak again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like when Biden addressed everyone, it was like, America. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like cloaking the bullshit, and it was just like, great, a politician here.
Why is the saying ignorance is bliss?
Is bliss? Exactly. I was about to say exactly. That's what it is. It's,
ignorance bliss. You know why they say that? Because it is.
It is. Yeah.
It is.
I mean,
in every way, shape, or form.
Like I'm excited in a way. I'm excited that coronavirus is over. That's awesome.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yeah.
Pfizer, thank you.
You know, we all knew that. Biden wins. Coronavirus is over.
I want to dive into that too. Like,
of course you do.
He's ready.
Let him make his speech. Let him make his losing speech.
He's in the blitz. I'm charging him up right now. That's what it is. You know, but no, I'm like, I'm oddly comfortable with the fact that America is kind of back to the status quo. You know,
they'll
like,
shut the fuck up. Everyone will stop whining. Well, no, because clearly the other side is going to whine.
TDS isn't going anywhere, bro. All right, the Trump derangement syndrome, that's not going anywhere. People are going to be flying off the.
Now they're going to be. Are they going to be the new left? Are they going to be? Are they going to be liberal 2.0?
Oh no, I don't think so. Because you've already seen it already. And you know what? This is what I will say. It's like the children are celebrating right now. You know what I mean? Like I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying like, but I do. It's like you went through 4 years of wah to hooray, you still suck. You know what I mean? And it's like, cool.
Now they're like,
your true colors are really showing.
They're like, go back through everyone's Facebooks and who posted about Trump.
Right, you're canceled.
Yeah, let's get him.
Absolutely.
Let's get him.
But no, like, so what I'm saying is, on the real here, it's like oddly comfortable to feel like America's back. You know what I mean? Like we're back to where we were 20 years ago, you know, where it's the media is not going to expose any scandals. You know what I mean? Like the media.
What are you talking about?
I think
I'm saying that now
they're going to go in.
We're back. We got a Biden-Harris presidency. Like, look at, they're already jarring them up as the greatest thing in the world. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm Barack Obama, I'm sitting there like, Joe, calm the fuck down.
No, but you know what
I mean?
Give him the old.
I'll jump on that too.
What I'm saying is like, what I'm saying is like, it's like I'm happy that I feel like you see it already. Things are gonna calm down. It's like when you turn on a CNN, it's not gonna be negative. The president sucks. America sucks. It's gonna be
and a one black
Joe Biden is doing great. The economy is great. Coronavirus is gone. Biden is awesome. Harris is great. You know, like she's the first. Many things, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, okay, we can go back to just being selfish, productive Americans again, where, you know what I mean? Like, where you can just look at, you know, do you now, because there is no need to give any fucking energy out there.
That doesn't mean you think there's not going to be any fear mongering from the other side.
That's all we do in America.
Yeah, it's just one side.
Of course,
they're going to do it. They're going to do it just as good.
Of course,
you're going to be locked down. You're not going to be able to not wear a mask for the rest of your life.
Wait till you have to give up your business. Wait till you have to give up your hot dog stand.
Same shit, different day.
I thought that too. I'm not going to lie. I said it. I did. I said it to a few people where they were like, "Oh, you know, casted a vote for Biden." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. I'm proud that you guys actually voted for the first time."
That's good. Good answer.
No, I am, but you know, it's like
but there's a little.
I know you're
how you
I'm
doing
proud
in
that you
there.
voted for the first time. This was exactly the election you should have jumped in on. as musicians,
You can still go on tour.
I hope that you guys are happy with your vote and another national shutdown.
Why not the Joe Biden
But now
musical?
I'm flipping on that. I'm flipping on that stance because I'm starting to see it. It's like people have been celebrating all fucking weekend. Like, that's it.
Did you hear that?
Coronavirus is gone.
Did you hear there's going to be?
It's true.
There's going to be a maskless parade or some shit. I'm hearing in New York City. You don't quote me. I heard some rumors about this.
Is that just to spit on the face of Governor King Cuomo?
No, I think he's
probably orchestrated.
I think he orchestrated. No, it's in response to the election. But
And then it's gonna be like, all right, but movie theaters, you stay the fuck closed. You shut your face.
You and your fucking movies. This guy and his movies.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
live music. No, you guys can't play.
And that's the biggest thing. That's the ultimate thing that comes out of it. Is that
Nas is wrong about
live,
hip hop, but movie theaters are dead.
live
JB.
music.
Hip hop's alive, but
movie theaters are not dead. There was.
Oh my bad.
We
they're
had the
closed.
biggest selling
They're not
movies
dead, they're
last
closed.
year.
Okay, all right.
In the ever
All right,
$3 billion.
You talking about Avengers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Joe Biden defeated Thanos?
Yes.
That's my favorite meme, by the way.
All right, but my point is you can't say movies are dead because you don't go to the movies.
That's true.
You gotta.
That's
you
fair.
gotta.
No,
You know,
no, it's fair.
It's easy to say that.
It's fair.
So
nonetheless,
I'm still like torn right now because, all right, let's talk about it. On election night, right? Everyone goes to bed. You wake up the next morning, and you're like, holy shit. Joe Biden got 140,000 votes overnight in Michigan, and he just took Michigan. Like,
here's what happened.
I heard it was a clerical error.
No. That was also
and they
what
changed it. What?
Oh, that one was a clerical error.
I had read that someone said that there was a clerical error, but that they changed it immediately.
Do you want me to dive into that too? Like this guy's like pressing all the buttons.
Yeah, let him press.
I thought
and
we were going in now. Like, so I'm bringing it back to election night now, and now we can we can move forward through the timeline.
Okay.
So election night, right? All this shit happens. We wake. First of all, I could just say I think Trump is wrong for what he said, but I understand
100%.
why he said it.
Why wouldn't you?
Right? About we got to stop counting votes. But I understand why he said it. And this is the way I look at it it's like election day has been election day forever.
Okay.
Right? You get your votes in on election day, votes get counted. We find out on election day who the president is.
What about Bush?
Right?
W.
Sure. Okay, now that's an anomaly that got brought to the courts.
And 20 years later, there was another anomaly.
Well, I mean,
it's not that crazy to have another anomaly in 20 years.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I agree with you. But all I'm saying is that it's like this got stretched out for so long that I don't give a shit when anyone says I'm not speaking in like a conspiracy theories type way. It's when you do something like that, when you stretch something like that out for that long, all you're doing is opening up avenues for corruption, for some sort of deceit in there. I wouldn't put it past any, poll counter or someone to be like, fuck this. I hate this guy.
My man Tyrone was like,
put
fuck
these
Jesse,
in.
vote.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I'm not saying that it happened. I'm just saying that there's a lot of odd things that happen. Now, at the end of the day, if it does come, I can also see that, Trump has been such a polarizing president, especially pushed on us through social media and the media, that he's been, none of the good attributes and things that he's done is ever exposed. All of the bad things are force-fed on us, so it totally makes sense why the country would vote him out.
All right, when's the last time?
I can accept that.
Okay, hold on.
When's the last time we had this many mail-in voting ballots?
Never. Okay, so let's take what you're talking about.
But no, you don't think that that's also was pushed because there is.
Okay,
that's Trump. That's Trump working on it.
Let me just say this part because, and then I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you talk on this. I just feel like it's fucking insane because we're America. Okay, we're America. We're the home of fucking Silicon Valley. You know what I mean? You're gonna tell me that we can't figure out?
I agree. We can't make an app for this.
We can't figure out how
guys,
to
write that down. Voting
Apple can't, like Apple has all like
fuck Apple.
We can't figure out a better
you're
system.
talking to a tech fucking nerd. Yes, I
better
agree.
system than volunteers opening up ballots, paper fucking ballots.
Yes. Okay.
Like,
all right.
What do you got?
That is insane to
What
me.
do you got there,
Hit me with it,
Gino?
because I feel like we're gonna go back and forth.
Okay.
You feel?
P.S. I'm not one of these guys. I will accept. I have accepted the results. I'm
right.
fine with it.
Listen.
The libertarians did terrible, and it
I told you that too.
hurts my soul.
I told you that too.
We could talk about that too, because
Okay.
that's another.
Okay.
All right.
That's bullshit. What happens there?
Go on, Gene. Go on.
Okay.
You pause too long. He's going to interrupt.
No. Okay, so I told.
Fire it up.
So listen, the reason why I'm laughing is because the reason why I'm laughing is from day one, before we even started this show, I would talk to him. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Joe Biden is Trump 2.0.
Okay.
I go, the reason why this is important is because he was perfectly casted for this role. It's not about anything other than they needed someone who was similar to Donald Trump, but dialed down. So he's an older.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
an older white man. So let's roll this back. The Party of Diversity or Inclusion, whatever you want to call it, gave us Andrew Yang, Asian guy, Cory Booker, black guy, that Spanish girl that ripped Kamala Harris a new asshole on stage.
I don't think, was she Spanish? Anyway, go on.
She's Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I love her.
They gave you Kamala Harris, and then they gave you my man Uncle Bernie, Grandpa Bernie.
And
Mega
Buttigieg, the gay guy.
And the gay guy.
And a gay
So
guy.
This is as diverse a stage as humanly
Ever.
fucking possible.
Literally.
And who won?
Literally. It was a McDonald's commercial.
77-year-old white guy.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
only did he win, but
It was a McDonald's
he stood
commercial.
there with people going, "You did this," and
That was the Podestas going, settle down, progressives.
You know what that was? That was like, that was like the fake, the way I look at it is like, when you're in a gang, everyone has to jump you, and then you're in. They're like,
right.
Joe, you're gonna have to stand there, we're just gonna fucking bash you. He's like, what? Just fucking do it.
He got jumped into
Just
the
do
Democratic
it. Just take the bashing. It's all about you anyway. Just take the bashing. He's like, all right, fucking, I'm slow anyway. So, boom, boom, boom. He takes the bashing. So now, what was the offense for the Democratic Party? Because they already had the star player. In July.
To not show yourself publicly.
Bingo. Number one, what does Donald Trump
I got one right.
What does Donald Trump do
good for
wrong
me.
all the time? Talks too much. 2.0 will be in the basement. You will stay in the basement because what we've learned is that other old white man talks too much. No Twitter, no phone, no Facebook. Come up for air.
Sounds like
come
a
up for
punished
food.
15-year-old.
Come up for Cardi, go back down.
Right,
talk
right.
to Cardi
A
B.
punished 15-year-old. You
Yeah.
can listen to your rap music. Go
Exactly.
ahead.
So we got that out the way. Offensive play number 2.
Talk to Charlemagne.
Coronavirus is something that Donald Trump did not know, couldn't handle because it's not. He's an economist type guy. The guy was there for the economy. If you said, Gene, we're going to vote in Donald Trump because there's going to be a national health pandemic, I'd be like, bad idea. If you told me that there's going to be economic disaster, we need someone that can manage us through it, great idea. He's a businessman. Business and medical doesn't go together unless you're big pharma and you're robbing everyone. So at the end of the day, there is no way that he was going to handle this. And they knew this. And I'm going to give you an example why they're so good at this. And this is the beautiful thing about the media and numbers. And I always say the intelligence of America is that 200,000 people died out of a possible 400
million.
You and I can do that math very quickly and realize that's not that bad. But the way it was portrayed and it was painted, it was bap.
I've been saying that since day one, right?
But here's the problem.
It's under 1%.
But the problem is since
0.4%.
Since he can't shut up, it's so easy to stick it to him. If Donald Trump at one point just shut up, just was like, I don't even want to talk about this no more, as a matter of fact, which I thought Donald Trump was on it because he was like, you know what, Mike Pence is the leader of the coronavirus task force. I'm like, genius. Get yourself out of harm's way. But then he got caught up in the whole media cycle and the coverage that...
You think he can't put himself in front of everything?
No, but what happened is you don't want to be... Like, as a great leader, like, that bullet, he didn't understand it, so don't take it. Like, that's what Mike Pence is for. Let him take the bullet. But the problem is, at that time, Cuomo's rating was going crazy, and he was going one-on-one.
Let's be realistic. Is Donald Trump a great leader?
No, he's learning it on the job. But he's a great leader of businesses.
I
he's not a
think
great
that
leader of the country.
He's not a
at the
good
moment.
leader.
No.
He's a good.
It depends on what.
He's a good. You do this shit. If you don't do it right, you're fired.
It depends on what
boss,
your definition of a leader is.
Yeah, if you're talking about boss, manager, leader, if you're trying to break those three,
He'll throw someone under the bus. It's not a great leader that probably shouldn't have gotten thrown under a bus.
No, I got you.
If you do that on a team, if you're the quarterback of the team and go, yeah, that left guard sucked today.
I agree.
They're gonna be like, what? You just blame him, another motherfucker?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I
you
don't know. I
can't
feel
do
like
it.
there's a thin line.
New school,
There's a thin line.
Old school, no.
There's a thin line
yes, I agree with
between
that.
accountability
and
bus throwing.
And you know, and guess what? I used to live that life, so I know that feeling.
Restaurant life teaches you that real quick.
Restaurant life teaches you that. It's always your fucking fault.
You know?
So we got the coronavirus that was in the playbook for the Democrats, right? So we have basement play 1, Corona play 2, and the best play 3 ever, which is the always go-to play. It's like the fucking play action, is
Despacito.
The race card. We had George Floyd, we had Breonna Taylor, we had all this, and
which that one didn't work.
Oh, it did work. And
it didn't. If you look at the numbers, it didn't because the only demographic that Trump lost in was white people.
Let me get to that.
Went up.
Hold on.
Latinos crushed for him.
Hold on.
I think he got like 26% of the black vote. Like that's insane.
Listen, I will get to that too. Because that's your playbook, right? So you got the whole the playbook, and the Democrats.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the Democrats ran it hard. They ran it hard. Boom, boom, boom. They just kept doing it. Now, here's where the election gets very fucking interesting. While I sit there and laugh, you are 100% correct. Donald Trump will go down in history. You heard it here, as the most powerful Republican to have ever walked this planet. You heard it here first.
And that's because?
That's because Donald Trump is so polarizing. More people voted for Donald Trump to defend him than ever voted for a Republican. More people voted to get him out because they just were polarized against him. No matter how you look at it, more people voted this time because it really was in their thought process, life or death, than ever before. Donald Trump is so powerful that now, I'd say at least.
Are you confusing the word with powerful?
No,
with hated?
No. Listen,
because he's not hated.
He's not.
He's hated. He's also loved. He's hated by half of the country. He's hated by. He's loved by the others.
Right. I misspoke at it.
It's
apologize.
I could tell you this: if something does come up where there is some sort of voter fraud in any of these districts, I could see and understand a split in the union and in some sort of a civil war.
Listen, I'm gonna make.
We're not gonna have a civil war.
We're not gonna have.
I'm just saying, like.
But I'm gonna hold on. Let me finish this one point.
There's some extremes on both sides, bro.
No.
Both sides.
Way too many people aren't.
No, but watch. Okay, so
just say
facts.
way too many people are not extremists. We don't know about them.
First of all, we're not gonna have.
We're all plugged in.
First of all, let me explain something about this whole Civil War concept.
We're all plugged in,
and then I'm gonna double back to the last thing with the Donald Trump thing, but right now, I'm actually rooting for both sides on this little crisis of this little cheating. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's actually very good for the third party. Because either the Democratic Party cheated.
Cancel them both? Give all the votes to Joe Jorgensen? I like it.
Right.
Hell no. Either the Democrats cheated and Donald Trump and the Republicans will be able to prove that, and then now the Democrats will be discredited for a long time. They'll lose a lot of people for that. Bottom line, and technically they do have prior history with.
This is just the new Russia.
Yeah, with DNC and Bernie.
Right.
Now, Republicans who choose to follow Donald Trump down that rabbit hole, if they're wrong, they have to live with that.
Yep.
And that will cost people careers.
Yep.
Which leads me to point number 3. In every great game, you have the offense and the defense. I showed you the offense of the Democratic Party. And you are correct. More black people voted for Donald Trump than ever. And a Republican candidate. Ever voted for a Republican candidate. More Latinos voted for Donald Trump than ever for a Republican candidate.
It's keywords, baby.
But 55% of white women voted for Donald Trump.
I know.
So who fucked over Donald Trump?
White men.
White men, but which white men? I'll tell you which white men.
The white men?
No.
Which one? How does that work?
We're going to dig in the dirt today. We're going to dig in the dirt.
Not Italian white men?
No, we're going to dig in the dirt. We're going to dig in the dirt. The first white man who let him down is the guy who should have had his back first. Senator Mitch McConnell. How did he do that, Gene? I'll tell you how he did it. So I'll tell you how he did it.
You took the words out of
Mitch
my mouth.
McConnell, 9 days before the election, says we're not going to talk about the stimulus package until after the election. Motherfuckers need their money. Motherfuckers need their money. By not giving people that money, if Donald Trump sends out the checks right before the election, what do you think happens, guys? Yeah. Come on, give me a break. If everyone gets their $1,200,
right?
I can tell you right now, there's a lot of black people that be like, fuck it. I can tell you that right now. But Mitch McConnell...
You're saying that you think that there was a lot of unemployed white men who were like...
You know what?
You know what? It's a safer bet going with Biden because if we are going to be shut down, at least he's going to pay us.
Bingo.
Sure.
Because
I can see that.
Because Donald Trump's giving you that whole, we have to open the economy, but what if we can't? What if we can't? Plus the news starts circulating that there's more upticks all around the world. So it's already, subconsciously in the back of our mind, like what is going to happen?
Yeah.
And once you create the doubt. But this is coming from the GOP side. Now you got your guys like Lindsey Graham.
Well, they do say that there was a lot of, like, the Lincoln Project people had ventured out deep into the GOP.
Just talking about this.
I told about
10 minutes before you got here.
Oh, really?
It's so fucking funny.
I'm gonna tell you something. Lindsey
Show
Graham.
me the video.
That there was a lot of
Lindsey Graham,
Republicans on the
I'm gonna break them
Democratic side of rigging the election for
I'm going to bring you the whole...
they just want Trump out.
No, I'm going to give you the whole thing. So Lindsey Graham's another one.
Go ahead.
Lindsey Graham was a guy which... This is very important for people to understand, just to show you how deep the internal drama in the Republican Party is, too, because as hard as the Democrats did, they wouldn't have won without the help of Republicans. Lindsey Graham, the black guy, James, that ran against him, spent $100 million. $100 million that Democratic candidate spent and lost. I want people to understand that. Mitch McConnell, in his state, the person that went against him, Amy, what's her name? $75 million and lost. The Democrats spent $175 million to remove 2 seats.
And they didn't get it.
They didn't get it, but here's the irony of the whole thing. Donald Trump, the notorious campaigner that he is, hitting all these states, actually secured those 2 guys' seats by being the guy out there like, no, we're here, we're in the mix, Republican. But those guys didn't do it in return. I didn't see one fucking Republican senator on any television going, we got to get to the polls. We got to support Donald Trump.
Not a single one.
Not one. Did you?
Not a single
one. Not one fucking white male.
Mitch McConnell's like, yo, fuck this money thing. We go home. I gotta go home.
It's funny. Melissa actually said this to me. She kind of pointed that out as well, and she said, and I go, why do you think that is? And she's like, well, think about it.
They're fighting for their jobs.
Not even that. Not only that, not that. It's Biden's been in
Senate.
Has been in politics for 47 years.
He's their homeboy.
He's a good old boy.
Yeah, he
plays game. He plays the game. Mm-hmm. He will do
the way it's supposed to be done.
Like I was saying, it's nice to know that America is back to
status quo.
Status quo.
Don't you feel too though that Donald Trump kind of sullied the name of being a Republican a little?
Okay, just a little. Okay, hold on. No, let me jump on that.
Now what gets associated with it? And I got a story for this too, but go on.
Hold on. So
I have a take on all that. Yeah.
So let me show you something. So I already showed you about Mitch McConnell not doing the stimulus check. 6 weeks ago, or maybe 2 months ago, somewhere around that time, they asked Mitch McConnell about mask and coronavirus, and he said he hasn't been in the White House since August.
Okay.
They asked him why. He says he didn't like the way they were handling the coronavirus within the White House. If you are the Republican Senate Majority Leader and you are fighting for an election with a Republican president, I don't give a fuck how you think that sounds. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't land right.
Well, think about this. All right. Why would the war machine support Donald Trump? He's literally the only president.
He's anti-war.
He's the only president in our lifetime that hasn't entered us into a new war, that has pulled out, that has brought peace to the Middle East, that people always talked about. You wonder why that... Okay, there's always like that deep state conspiracy as to... Like, people don't understand why...
No, the industrial complex is real.
No, beyond that.
Yeah, there's no...
People don't understand why America has always supported Israel. Right, and there's this.
It makes sense.
It's just
by location.
Why do we support? There's some sort of connection between the CIA and Mossad, right?
Yes,
and that started to come out with the whole Epstein.
Yes,
that whole thing. But like my point is that yeah, like the Mitch McConnells, the Lindsey Graham, sure, they're just like every other politician. They're good old boys. They'll play game. They'll hide their face and go along with Trump and protect their job. But when it comes down to it, I agree. Like I think that they're like, we're hurting. Our people are hurting. We haven't entered a war. We're not invading anyone. We need to be building planes. We need to be dropping bombs. We need to be invading. We need more of this. And Trump wasn't doing that.
And watch this. And I'll give you one much better, and then I will drop the Mitch.
Does Biden enter into a war?
No, not for the first 3 years. We have a war with Corona. Like, he's going to be too when Biden gets in, the Corona.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you.
Come on, man.
Hold on.
Cut the malarkey.
Not right away. Come on, man. No. So.
Cut the malarkey.
What was I going to say? The last thing about.
It's a good word.
The last thing about Mitch McConnell.
Coronavirus!
The last thing about Mitch McConnell is that, bottom line, the Republican Party sat back and let Donald Trump swing on his own. And if you want to know why they lost, this is why they lost. Because realistically, I just showed you the whole offensive playbook.
Bring back Paul Ryan? Is that?
Yeah, because yeah, maybe. If he comes back, I'd fucking laugh my ass off.
Bro,
because without Corona, we all know Donald Trump would have won. If we did not have a Corona crisis, Donald Trump.
That's what everyone's been saying.
No, 100%.
I mean, last year everyone was like, "This is not even going to be close,"
and they're right because look at all the factors. I just
think about November of 19. Everyone was like, "Yeah, no, this is they're wasting." Everyone thought the Democrats were like
done,
just sandbagging, like not sandbagging.
Yeah,
just
I know what you're saying.
And guess what? Enter in Corona and
give it up.
Think about this. Think about the fact that you got to use a pandemic as part of your playbook for politics, because notice,
it's almost hard to lose.
Notice in the offensive game plan,
it's like the people that were calling it the plandemic don't seem too crazy ananymore. You know,
like I didn't give you one policy.
It is crazy
in the offensive playbook for the Democrats. I didn't give you one policy. I just told you what happened. like Joe Biden staying.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I said that last week. Like, well, what's the plans? Like, there is nothing. I mean, clearly, like I was jestfully saying, like, thank you to everyone, all the taxpayers that have just paid off my wife's student loans of over $300,000.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
You know, I appreciate y'all. But yeah, no. So getting back to what we were saying there, like, I think that it's completely feasible to see that. Like the true diehard Republicans would have conspired against Trump to get him out. But I mean, again, I don't even think that they would even really need to.
I don't think they conspired to get him out.
Because
they just didn't kind of.
When I'm accusing them of doing, they were like, "Yo, homie, you're on your own." Because guess what? We're on our own.
Yeah, but we're fighting for our seats. I don't know. I get what you're saying. I just, but I look at things like this. Like, let's get back to like Michigan, right? You're gonna tell me.
Oh, that's what I went to say. I'm glad you brought this back up.
90%?
Okay.
90% of registered voters in Michigan voted this election. The average is usually like 65, 70.
Okay, hold on.
Of registered voters actually vote.
No, let me answer it.
I think it's crazy.
So, a lot of people not working.
Hold on.
They got the time.
Yeah. You know, I'm just saying statistically,
hold on.
It's like someone actually put up a good one. This is perfect. It's like I flipped a coin 138,000 times and it landed on head every time.
Okay,
trust me.
Listen,
I know.
So, that's what that says, though.
Okay, but listen. So back to the offensive playbook. The reason why the Corona was such a great offensive playbook one is it justified the mail-in voting push. And that's what we saw on Election Day. So what happens is certain places don't let you count the votes
until Election Day, which could have been
prevented.
Rectified in so many different ways.
And that's why everybody went to sleep with Trump blowing them out, and then they open up the mail, and then
let me ask you this.
But that's only a few states that happened in.
It doesn't matter. It shouldn't have happened anyway.
At all, because you should have a current count at all times. There's no such thing as I'm winning, I'm beating you, and then hold on, you're gonna pull this bag out. Like, okay, now it's a tie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that created a situation that created the frustration.
That would have worked 80 years ago when information didn't get out for 5 days. Like, you know what I mean? We're too instant now. I know now exactly. And someone made a good point that said, how is it on like Dancing with the Stars? They can count 100 million votes during fucking
American Idol,
or whatever. They can do it. leave it at during a commercial break.
That's what I'm saying.
And this digital.
I also don't understand this. So like, I get the Trump lawyers, right, going into certain states and wanting to petition, bring lawsuits and
but they only go to states where they lost, which is kind of like.
Well, not only
do you think
states
it's
that they
cheating
lost,
everywhere, or do you think it's just cheating where you lost? That's where they're going wrong.
No, I think that it is specific. If there is voter fraud, you don't voter fraud across the board. That's, what you do is you do exactly that. You have those smaller counties, right, and that are predominantly like Fulton County, right? Mm-hmm. Like that was like a big focal point in Georgia, right? Was Fulton County right outside of Atlanta? That's what they were waiting on, and then all of a sudden,
that's Killer Mike land, dude. That was going Democrat. That was
then all of a sudden, Biden flips it at just at the end. You know what I'm saying? It's just
they never had a chance in Georgia. I told people that.
I knew it.
You're crazy.
Look at my Facebook. I wrote. What did I? I showed him today. I predicted it before.
He did say that.
I wrote.
He did show it to me. Actually,
I wrote. Don't tell me this election will be decided by the A. That's Atlanta for white folks. And that's exactly what I wrote. And everyone was like laughing. And I'm like, you guys don't understand. And this is a mini segue, but please make sure we get back. So the reason why I find that interesting, because it says Donald Trump taught everyone about the electoral college, so we all learned about it now. What I find interesting is that you're finally seeing and this is the first time I'm going to semi-touch race in this conversation, but you're finally seeing the population density of urban areas opposed to rural areas, and you're seeing.
But there's also a key factor here. The last 4 years, what President Obama has been doing is traveling around.
And campaigning.
Not campaigning, redistricting voter districts. So
Which makes sense. Okay,
it's smart. It's a strategy, obviously that strategy has helped because, the Democrats just flipped predominantly Republican.
Yeah,
and it came close to Texas, counties. Which is a bigger feat than people realize.
We knew that. We knew that Texas was going to lean purple because of the liberal rush from.
But still,
it's like we fucked up California. Let's go fuck up Texas now.
If they all moved to one spot in Texas.
Yeah, and Austin sucks now. It's disgusting.
No, but listen.
But my point is that you see predominantly red states get light red to purple this election, and that I believe is largely to do with the work that Obama had been putting in redistricting.
No, but I'm telling you right now. Okay,
it makes sense.
No, I get you, but I'm gonna tell you right now. New York, the whole place is red except for the boroughs, and the population density.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
the population density of the boroughs is so thick.
Yeah.
But what people
don't realize how red New York is. They have no fucking clue.
But this is what people don't understand, and that's why when I tell you, all I did was laugh, because the more I read and the more I analyzed, all I did was laugh. So for you to enjoy your beautiful suburban life, what makes it nice and what makes it expensive is the fact that you have so much fucking room.
Yeah.
So right now in this block, there's only 3 houses. So that means most likely that's 15 people, maybe 20. In a New York City block just like this.
Yeah. 3 blocks.
Thousands. Yeah. Stacked nice and high. Atlanta, same thing. So you're looking at Georgia, fucking amazing. Ranch, like I know some girl in fucking, she has Jesse set up. They have chickens, goats, cows. I'm like, that
Jesse set up?
Yeah, she's like, they really have that. I'm like, they really have that? She goes, yeah, we have all that. And we just bought this. But they have like a big backyard. No, they have a big backyard and shit.
Because it's a Jesse setup. That's just like, yeah, that's what I want.
And homestead living, let's go.
And then she's like, yeah, Georgia's red. I'm like, the way you live is exactly why you're gonna lose Georgia, because Atlanta is not like that. So these people that open their, watch the.
Makes me wonder if California is as blue as it is. Like when you go up north, is it blue? Or is it really red?
Blue. No,
California's a big state.
It is a big state, and I think that you're right. Outside of the major cities,
that's why Nevada is usually red.
Yes,
you know,
that's like the Long Island of California.
That's another one that was flipped. And again, if you look at Nevada, Nevada is red. Reno is blue. Vegas is blue.
Cities,
and there's their population.
And the reason why it's so interesting to me is because in prior shows we talked about redlining, we talked about all this stuff, and now, you know, all these areas that they've packed are now undoing the states.
Yep.
And Philly fucked up Pennsylvania because Philly's another stack on top of da-da-da. So,
are they ever?
Yeah. So like,
and I have family there.
Yeah. So it's just so amusing to me because it's like, wow, like that really came back at the end to really.
Yeah. I mean, it almost like, you know, you accept it because it's, hey, this is democracy, right? Like this is what we do. But it is. It's like it's also upsetting, you know, to know that your coastline dictates what happens in your country.
No, but,
you know?
I'm just telling you, it used to be coastline.
It still is.
Urban cities will now decide elections. That's like. I'm happy about it, but I'm also.
It still is though coastline.
No,
for the
it's
most
coastline,
part.
but you'll see.
Right, like Topeka's not. Yeah.
No,
you're right. But it's to me, it's
Georgia's still a coastal state.
It's a coastal state, I mean? But so it's. I just.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you right now, this is very, very interesting. I'm also gonna say one side note, since you know I kind of touched it, so I might as well do it. Back to what you were saying too, because Donald Trump downplayed the coronavirus in an attempt to keep people calm and keep the economy afloat. That also dissuaded his fan base from even entertaining mail-in voting. Yeah. Most Republicans I know were like, no, fuck that. Vote, which I'm not discrediting them because
we made a joke because we said like a week prior to Election Day, I was like, you gonna go down and vote? And Melissa looked at me, she goes, Election Day's like a week away. And I was like, oh, I know. It's like, what would you do? You're like, you walk in there and the lady's like, Election Day's a week away, dummy. You know what I mean?
But I'm gonna tell you right now.
But no, like they opened up fucking vote.
The early voting and the mail-in voting.
Can I also just say this?
Democrats.
Just to what you just said, I don't think that Donald Trump downplayed coronavirus. I think that the media overhyped coronavirus.
I think it was a combination of both.
It's a combination of both because
I still like one of the reasons like I commend Trump on his coronavirus because like you know what? Fucking lie to us. Don't put on a mask. Tell us it's going to be all right because it's going to be all right. You know what I mean? Like,
Jesse,
that's just me.
We don't have aliens, Jesse. There's no such thing. Area 51's a lie. All they've been just like.
Area 51 is not a lie.
I'm lying to you guys. He said to just fucking lie to us.
Oh. But yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, sure, that too. Because
I gotta give it to him. That was good.
I mean, again, like a lot of mental capacity can't fucking handle that. Like, because again, like if people really knew or really thought, like those UFO videos, it scares the shit out of me. Not because I'm afraid of aliens or UFOs. It's because I'm afraid of the stupid fucking people out there that are gonna lose their goddamn minds about it.
Jesse,
there are people that do that.
Like the same people that have meltdowns and curse and scream and disrespect their family over politics. It's like, it's a fucking president. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter.
We're going to get back to that too, but Jesse.
The world views us in such a negative... Fuck
Jesse,
you. We're still the top producing country in the world.
Hold on. Let him go. Just stare at him because he'll keep going. That motherfucker's on fire.
Because I want to end this point, so, and then we'll go any way he wants to go because this is funny. But my whole point is... it's not that he downplayed it. This is what I'm talking about. His position on it dissuaded his followers to get involved in the early voting process and in the mail-in ballot process, and that is how the Democrats won. So basically, he's running the ball while the Democrats were airing it out physically. Like that's.
I'll tell you what. If he was,
that's basically what he did.
If Trump would have been and I'm talking like a little bit more serious about the coronavirus?
Yes,
not completely.
I agree.
Not like media.
Even
oh my
mask,
God, lockdown
mask.
shit.
Even if he believed in masks, he would have won this election.
I mean, again, I just don't understand that. I don't understand.
So what happened was, okay, this guy
because what did you want him to do different?
I just
be more.
just be
okay,
you
didn't. You just
just a little more serious about it.
What do you mean?
Right there,
mask.
Like shut down the country sooner.
Okay, I just said a little bit more serious. So, for instance, don't say fucking walk around with no mask. If he would have just put a mask on, now listen, this has nothing to do with whether you believe coronavirus has nothing to do with anything
either. But I get what he's saying.
Because just as much as he downplayed it, the media overhyped it. So that was a play.
But who let you?
So why didn't he make a play?
Exactly.
He did. He made a play to his base of we're going to be strong because
and did it work?
He clearly. Well, I mean, it did to his base, to his people. It did to people like me who were on the fence.
Then he got coronavirus, and that's what. And believe me,
and he kicked it in a couple days.
But I think that
again was
just like brought out more conspiracy theories. So
this is really what we're fucking shutting shit down for.
I think you lost people for that too. I think you lost votes on that.
You know what I mean? Like people are literally losing their lives.
Jesse, if
over a political game,
Jesse, if Donald Trump,
fuck that.
If Donald Trump wore a mask,
burn Babylon.
If Donald Trump wore a mask, would you not vote for him?
What?
If Donald Trump wore a mask throughout this whole thing, would you not vote for him?
Would that make you go, fuck him?
Yeah, masks wouldn't have swayed my. It wouldn't have swayed my.
But my point is, it would have swayed a lot of people.
That's the point. You would have still voted for him, but other people.
I didn't.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we know.
Jorgensen.
All right, come on.
So
what's wrong with you?
Other people would have. You get my point. So Republicans would have still voted for Donald Trump, regardless if he wore a mask or not. But he would have swayed more people who are independent or Democrats that are still frustrated. Would have felt better about his response to it. I'm gonna give you an example. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about this too. Joe Biden did two critical things to me, other than the Democratic playbook. Joe Biden did two things that I was like, well played. Joe Biden wore a mask the whole time, the whole day. Half the time it was off his ear, but he wore it all the time. So he made a clear, and while he's wearing the mask, he's always talking about this is what we should be doing to beat Corona. Meanwhile, you're not the president, you're a private citizen, but he's undercutting Donald Trump's legs by saying, look at me wearing my mask, and if I was in charge, he played the game. The second thing he did,
I hate that though.
Yeah. And it's
politics. What do you mean?
I know. I hate politics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But you said it was refreshing.
And well, it's refreshing to. I'm also saying it in a cynical way.
Yes,
you know, like yes, it's refreshing to know that America is back to the status quo of doing shit behind closed doors and invading foreign countries.
I got you.
Raising taxes and you know,
that list will keep going if we don't stop. Trust me.
And the second thing that Joe Biden did is, even though Donald Trump, the Democrats were aware that a lot of black people and Latinos were going to Trump. But in the midst of the chaos with all the fucking stuff going on, the shootings, blah, blah, Joe Biden goes on camera, picks a black vice president and says, Black Lives Matter. If you don't believe that's how he got Atlanta and Philly, you're crazy.
And ironically, he got more white voters for that. It's very, very weird.
Yes, because
it's really weird. Like that's just so
no, it's not weird because
it's like he got less black voters.
The idea
and more white voters.
Yeah, because what happened?
Come on, that's hilarious.
I'm going to tell you why. Because
the irony,
the race card, has been played too
many times. It's played out.
It's not just played out, but
it's not played out to white folks.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. And here's the thing: the race card is so strong right now. It's so strong right now that
it's not played out to white liberals.
White people are in a.
I'm very tired.
They're in a weird box, and the box is like, if you say or do certain things, then now you're racist, and now picking a president plays into that, and that's the card that they played, and that's how. But the irony is, they got white men. That's the irony you guys should be wondering, because 55% of white women still voted for Donald Trump. So
you know how did the
card get the men?
I saw a funny ass meme, right? It's some white dude in a pool next to a black chick, right?
I didn't vote for him the second time.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I posted. I'm like, I only voted for him the first time.
I only voted for him
it's such a good. He's just like try to put it down. Like you can see it in the picture. But
I believe that there were a lot of people like myself that were just like, it's just I don't I don't want to fight anymore.
You're exhausted. I was about to say, you guys got exhausted out.
You know, and it's like, actually, I put up a great one yesterday, and it's like, basically like the irony, you know, when you're celebrating defeating fascism, walking down the block past storefronts that are boarded up just in case you lost. You know what I mean? Like that is, I mean,
right.
And that is a
no one
clear
wants to look
example.
At that.
No, and
it sucks.
I'm also like, I'm kind of relieved because I think that these young kids who are just getting into politics, you know, your college age kids, up to like your, you know, mid 30s who just haven't fucking cared before and now are like, they've been forced to care because they shut the country down and stopped all recreation and then just force-fed fear and politics on us for a fucking year. So everyone now is forced to be involved in some aspect, whether they understand or they don't. It's just, I don't know. It's all fucked up.
Yeah, but you know what I see too, though? There's so many people, more people focused on politics that I feel like more people will understand the bullshit that's involved in politics.
Which is great.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like I'm hoping
eventually.
I agree.
I'm like that type of person where it's like,
happened to me. So I,
you know,
literally,
Lincoln, you know, like that water is hot. Don't reach into it. That's a boiling pot of water.
Lincoln is his son, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Lincoln, don't do it. Lincoln, don't touch that water. And then again, it's just like, all right. Like, I'm not going to tell you not to touch it again. Boom, you burn yourself. Fuck, ow, this hurts. I told you not to burn the water. I told you not to touch the boiling water, right? Of course. I feel like that way right now with these liberals, like with these young college liberals who
you're talking about extreme liberal?
No, all of them. Because whether or not you're extreme or not, it's like what you've been taught, what's been force fed on you. You're not gonna see the severity of it, and you're not gonna understand it, I think, until it happens to you.
Yeah, but I think
so. It's like what I'm saying is like I'm excited. You know, like me and my wife, we're good. We're set up.
Yeah.
What I'm praying for is that Trump set up the economy so good that Biden can't fuck it up in 3 years. You know, I hope that interest rates stay around the 3% range. And me and my wife, our business, we're going to be fine. We will be just fine. What I'm saying is, I hope that all these kids, all these people that voted for Biden, all the first-time voters that just voted because they knew they didn't like Trump or because someone told them they didn't like Trump because they don't really pay attention, they don't fucking know what they're doing. Yeah. I hope that all of his policies are instilled. And they do negatively affect you. And I don't mean that, and like I'm just because they will. You know, like he's not going to raise taxes over anyone who makes under 400,000. Bullshit. And he's going to, and I hope it does affect you.
But do you understand?
So that the next cycle you come around and you go, okay.
But I will tell you this.
I get it now. I was wrong.
I will tell you this.
I'm an adult now.
Some of Trump's tax plan, this is why it's going to be very interesting, requires... starting 2021, every 2 years, there's going to be a raise. That's part of Trump's tax plan.
Sure.
Also, you know, we're in a big deficit. Like, Corona didn't help it. We owe a lot of, we're down. So, I think all that's going to factor in.
Which means the last thing we need to do is spend more.
I'm not saying anything, but what I'm saying is, it's going to be very interesting because I know the Republicans are going to paint a lot of this on Joe Biden. But don't get me wrong, I don't feel sorry for him because when you take the office, you take the problems that come with it. Obama took the office, you take Corona, you take the unemployment, you take it all. It's all yours, baby. So
it's called being the president.
It's called being the president. Yeah. But I just think that's important, you know, to understand. But I'll also tell you this.
I'm also because I don't want anyone to like think that I'm speaking. I'm not. I'm a good American. I love this country. I'm patriotic. I believe in this country. I believe in our democracy. I will support Joe Biden and this administration. I will hold them accountable, just as I've held Trump accountable. You know, I'm not wishing, I'm not wishing any ill will on them, or I'm not going to fight. I
don't want them to fail.
Out. No, of course not.
I live in the country.
Yeah, like, I want them to succeed.
But I also said that about.
But I also want, like I was saying, I also want the policies that these kids are fanatical about, I want them to be instilled so that they can see how disastrous it is.
Jesse,
so that when mom and dad lose their house,
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, shit.
Jesse, you and I both know, and JP as well, you know how the game is played. If the Senate, because now it goes back down to Georgia again, so there's 2 runoff races in Georgia. But if the Senate is still Republican, Mitch McConnell has, you know, the Mitch McConnell playbook.
We didn't even bring that up
like
yet.
If Mitch McConnell decides that Joe Biden's going to be successful, he'll be successful. If Mitch McConnell decides that he's going to do what he did to Obama, it's going to happen. Just like Mitch McConnell decided that, you know what? And I told you, I put a lot of thought into this. Donald Trump is the largest Republican personality Mitch McConnell has ever dealt with in his career. George W. Bush was like, yo, dude, we're going here, we're doing that, the end. George Bush Sr. was a CIA guy. Yeah. So Mitch McConnell, this is the first time he had to deal with a guy that's like, what? And it's like, all right, you know. We may not have to, we're not going to back this guy. Let him fight his own battle. He doesn't need us. Fuck him too. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. I don't know why my
I will say this. I think
my cheeks sagging.
I think that the country has spoken, though, in this election.
Yeah, half the country's like, I like everything. Half the country's like, fuck out of here.
No, I don't mean that. I mean that.
No, it's how I feel, though.
The only thing that anyone focuses on is the presidency, right? Because that's like the...
Yes. That's the guy.
That's the popular people. But if you look at it across the board, the Republicans gained, I think, 16 seats in the House.
I don't think it was that much. I thought it was 6, but that's a lot.
I read 6, and then, I confirmed 6, but I read this morning that it's looking like it's going to be 16.
All I read from that is Pelosi's hated more than Mitch McConnell. That's how I really read that.
Right, but exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel like they're equally hated, but go on.
No.
You don't think so?
The country, I can tell you
the Republican hate for Pelosi?
I
know Schumer's not very liked either.
I don't know why Gene hates Mitch McConnell so much. I do know why everyone hates Nancy Pelosi. I will say that.
I gave you 2 examples just today. What Mitch McConnell did that even hurt his own the stimulus relief, bro. But
that's just politicians.
I know,
like,
but
it's not like he does anything.
You don't get
fucked up to people.
You don't get to go on recess if the country is hurting. Like, as Americans, we have to set a standard. Like, senators do not go on recess.
How many times have I said this?
Struggling. You don't get to vote for a raise while we are struggling.
But you know why? It's because
they protect themselves.
Because they are the controlling class. Yeah. We used to be a country that the government feared the people, and now we are a country where the people fear the government.
And that's literal. When the fact that not every single senator got called out for giving themselves a raise.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact that no one's sitting there going, they're arguing because they're so focused on Trump that the Senate was like, just throw a couple extra grand in there.
That's what I'm saying. So when you say I don't like him.
Thank you.
That's why I don't like him, because unfortunately he's the leader of that shit. So you take the good, you take the bad. Like, if he does something great, I'm like, great job by Senate for doing this. Like, great job by Senate for selling us 1,200 jobs for 8 months.
Yeah.
Great job. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Well, listen, they all made themselves look bad because they couldn't even agree on a vote while everyone was struggling.
That's what I'm saying.
Regardless whether you agree with the stimulus package or not, bottom line is they couldn't even, like, you know what I mean? Like, they both wanted it, but they couldn't even agree on it. Everyone's like,
you know why? Because they couldn't.
I'll go fuck myself.
You also got to look at
the fluff.
You also got to
look. They agreed with the content.
I know.
It's the fluff.
That's
the bullshit.
The part. Get that shit out of there. Worry about that after.
The Kennedy Center, the fucking extra money for planes. It's these little random things. I'm like, why does this matter? Make a bill for us, the American people, then make a bill for your bullshit. Don't put them together, which is the problem with legislation, is that they're always fluffing bills.
Well, that's why whenever someone says, well, he voted for this bill, and I go, what else was on that bill?
Exactly.
What else
Which is, again, why you can't just put that on Mitch, because that's just what happens.
Oh, no, we're not putting that on Mitch only. That's on all of them.
One of the things that people seem to forget is that these guys, they get elected by their constituents, and they have to work for the constituents. Like me and my best friend Patty.
Kentucky's one of the poorest states too.
We were butting heads about Lee Zeldin because he was just like, I fucking hate Lee Zeldin. He's a piece of shit. And I go, I mean, you could say what you want about...
He has the most lawn signs I've seen.
I was like, you could say what you want. Like, I know him personally. He's a nice guy. He's a good-hearted family man. And he goes, this is bullshit. He voted to give Boeing, money over the American people. And I said... He voted to open up the economy. Giving Boeing money just helps out his constituents because he represents the east end of Long Island, where the old Grumman fields were. So all of that shit makes sense to me. Yes. Because he's voting and he's trying to bring jobs back to his constituents. That's literally what his job is.
I get it.
So it's I don't hate on...
But that's how it comes across.
Right, I get it. Because it's oh, I want you to say, fuck you to your constituents and their jobs and vote for giving all of us money. So it's just a difference in policies. I'm just saying that I'm not, I don't know. I don't hate on a person like that. When you have someone like a Pelosi who is caught just, aggressively going against what she says and what she tells other people to do. You know what I mean? I
feel like they all
just
do
the way she smiles. I don't trust her.
She's just a villainous person.
When you're on TV like this all the time,
you know me.
If you say that you are a representative from California, I probably don't like you.
Damn, bro.
I probably go agree with him.
That's it.
Sheesh, wow.
It's just that state sucks now. It really has. It's
bro, you know how many? Do you know how many videos?
Hold on. Okay, California sucks. This is gonna be a violent segue, but Oregon, you can have crack sandwiches now. Are you fucking kidding?
Oregon is lit. What are you talking about?
Oregon,
I was gonna bring that up.
Are you kidding me?
You stole my thunder, Gene.
Portland is going to be.
He just said California's the worst. Oregon's gonna be a 1-week vacation to hell. People are gonna fly to
right.
Let's go to Oregon and try drugs. That's really I know I'm being extremist, but that's gonna happen because why not? It's legal.
Are you gonna go to Oregon and do
decriminalized?
Okay,
mushrooms are getting legalized, I believe. There, right? Mushrooms
decriminalized in a few states. Yeah.
No. In
Congratulations
Oregon,
to the war on drugs for winning the war on drugs,
guys.
But Oregon is. I think they're legalizing
everything's
mushrooms.
legal. Everything's
legal. They decriminalized cocaine and decriminalized heroin. So you can still get a fine for having it.
Oh, yeah.
Which whatever, probably.
Yeah.
But you're not going to go to jail if you have a little, depending up to a certain amount. The same way they did in Manhattan.
If they do the same thing with weed, you can have X amount on you for personal use. If you're distributing it,
you're going to jail.
Which, shit like that.
Basically,
what just happened is
can't wait for my waiter to go missing if I go to Oregon.
It's some dude who has, it's not 5 guys in a van getting caught with. What was it? Half a gram of weed, and all 5 of them going to jail. Now it's here's a ticket. Get the fuck out of my face.
Maybe. A lot of the times, it's get the fuck out of here.
All I see is
you know what I mean.
You're not even getting a ticket. Just get out of here.
But my point is, it's gonna clean up that.
You get caught with weed in New York right now. They're not fucking writing you a ticket. They're like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Unless it's a.
We
did. What did that cop do? He stepped on it and was just like, all right, have a good day. When we came from my bachelor party. Remember we got pulled over because you have dreadlocks?
Yeah, the fucking. Well, that was a state trooper. That was like a country state trooper.
I know.
Yeah, he was actually really cool.
No, he was awesome. I think we shook his hand when we left.
He made us.
We very white boyed the situation.
He made us dump out the rest of our weed and step on it. And I was just like, this is such a mid-'90s thing to do.
He sounds like a liberal right there. He sounded like one. Really?
He's not a Republican, so it doesn't matter. It's not.
I'm actually still a registered Republican.
Whatever, but you know what I mean. You're personally.
You're gonna make me step on my weed.
You're not like a super Republican.
It's actually
yourself
funny.
A libertarian.
On election day.
Is that what you want to say?
On election day, I'm leaving in the morning to go vote because that's when Americans vote is on election day. And
you can mail it in.
Yeah,
you could have mailed it in on election day, apparently. But
the Republicans mailed it in.
If you're sick or overseas, you should be able to mail it in. But
so what are you saying?
On election day, I'm leaving to go, and I said to Melissa, and I go, this is actually a weird feeling right now. And she's like, what? I was like, I think I'm undecided.
Oh, wow.
And she goes,
Joe Jorgensen, what are you, crazy?
She goes, really?
I know that's what she said.
And yeah, she was like, really? Like giving me the look. And I go, yeah. It's just like, Mama Joe's got a little left for me. And then we started talking about it. And we had like a little discussion before I left. And she looks at me and she goes, just go vote for Trump. You know you want to.
Wow.
Oh, your wife getting in on you and stabbing you in the side.
Yeah. She's like, maybe you should go maybe you should take the test, the I side with. I was like, I know what it says. It says 87% Donald Trump, 83% Joe Jorgensen, 82% Joe Biden. I go, so again, Gene's right. Joe Biden is Trump 2.0. It was literally, you go to isidewith.com and it gives you, just like, random political questions. You answer them, and then
the fact that it wasn't like 4% Biden, like it shows you, like, they're not opposites.
No. I mean, they're both pretty moderate.
First of all, yeah, exactly. Donald Trump is not a conservative.
Donald Trump is not a fucking conservative.
I know.
Exactly. And Joe Biden is a centrist.
The only reason people don't like Donald Trump is because of his fucking mouth and Twitter.
Twitter tried to help him. They've been trying to censor his shit.
Yo,
he's funny.
What a slippery slope, man.
My aunt put up a funny meme, right? And again, like, I could laugh at things. You know what I'm saying? She put up a funny meme about how, like, Donald Trump just felt the full effects of 2020, right?
Yeah,
it was something like, he got corona, he lost his job, now he's getting evicted or something from his house, right? So I comment on it and I go, technically, he won't be getting evicted because a Biden-Harris administration is going to extend the moratorium through 2021. So he doesn't really have to leave the White House until 2022.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
That's the one thing that makes me nervous. Just a little side note here. Business talk, investment. That's what makes me nervous as a real estate investor. The moratorium being...
of course.
Yeah, it's going to drive down property values.
No. They're not going to be able to kick people out that don't pay rent.
If someone's not paying, now it's like, I have to pay this mortgage without getting rent.
That's what I'm saying.
For the next year.
Yeah.
Next year. Thanks, Biden-Harris. You guys are stellar. But what's going to happen?
That many people aren't paying rent right now?
What's going to happen is...
It happens.
There's a lot of people that aren't paying rent.
Really?
Yeah, people are losing their shirts right now, which is I'm thankful.
What am I doing?
Thankful that Melissa and I are not. We have great tenants.
Yeah.
We take care of them great. They obviously pay their rent, so they take care of us great, But we luck out there. But no, what we're looking for right now is we're trying to buy up all of these other investment properties.
That's what I would say.
Let's go. Like, you don't want to. I'll risk it. Let's risk it. What's the worst that happens?
Yeah.
If you can stay afloat for so long, the only thing that comes out of the other end is
profit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just the trick is staying afloat. Yeah. That's the hardest part.
That makes me nervous about the Biden-Harris start to the administration, because if he does stay true to his promises and they do extend this moratorium through the year,
now they're the only ones who have the say on that.
Bro,
just Biden-Harris get to say that. No one else gets to say.
Actually,
but
of course. But again, it's already got. They'll wrap it. But like we were saying before, they'll put that inside of a nice little stimulus package bill, and they'll say it's for the American people because they're suffering from coronavirus. They're going to get all of your money, and we're going to extend the moratorium so you can't get evicted. Again, hold on, because this is my whole point of bringing this up is that's fine. I'm not saying that we need to kick people out that have lost their jobs and don't have money. No, that's a scumbag thing to do, and that's bad for us investors anyway. We want people in there.
Yeah, of course.
But what's going to happen is it's going to crash the fucking market, because once it's lifted in 2022,
I think so, yeah.
Everyone's getting evicted.
Yeah.
Banks are now going to start catching up on foreclosures.
Yeah, I know.
And it's going to destroy the housing market.
All right. Well, there you go.
About that.
Then we'll buy mansions.
Word.
Not in New York. Fuck that.
Fuck that. I agree.
I don't know.
You never know.
All right. You know what I mean?
We got this one deal. I'll tell you what. Again, I want to thank all the Manhattan people and folks from Brooklyn that are...
My house is valued
leaving the city
almost $100,000 more than what we bought it for 3 years ago.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're winning.
Yep.
If I have a place to stay before I could buy another house, I would sell it and sit on 100 G's.
The Long Island market is exploding right now. People are literally, their houses are going for 40, 50K over asking. It's like a ridiculous bidding war right now.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why I've been like so focused on, okay, I'm going to finish my house, because I mean, we've already paid our house down, and I'm going to probably be able to sell my house for like $4.
There you go. And you bought it for under.
Yeah, I bought it for like $270.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
And I paid it down.
That's what I'm saying. Plus, you have your equity that you.
Yeah.
Nah, you winning.
I'm just saying.
No, listen.
Motherfuckers, come on out.
Let's go. Come on out.
Manhattanites, come on down.
Listen.
Hit me up. I got some houses you could buy.
Listen.
I know.
The whole thing, but going back to my point about the Republican-Democrat thing, I want to kind of, it's just, I'm hoping that this kind of...
No.
What?
Dial it down, bring it back together.
No, not mix it in one. Just dials back you're a Republican. That means you have to be racist. You have to be a homophobe. You have to be transphobe.
No, I think that's amping. I think that's amping up more.
That's ingrained.
It sucks.
I don't know about you guys.
That's my biggest issue. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because I watch a lot of podcasts, but I watch a lot of sports shows. And there's this one sports show, the Pat McAfee show, which is the greatest sports show ever, by the way. He congratulated an ex-teammate who won a seat in some political office, and people were going off on him because they were like, he's Republican. They weren't saying anything. He's Republican.
Yeah.
And he had to be, it doesn't mean that I agree with everything he thinks. He had to go on, and then he said it on the show, and then I went back to the comments. I go, I got to see what happens now. Because when he says it on the show and goes back to the comments, that's when the people, because the only people scouring are, you know, people that want to be angry at you. And they go back, and all of them are just getting destroyed. Like, really? He can't congratulate a friend? Really? He can't have any Republican views that makes him a horrible person right away?
Guess what? Hey, people out there, there are other people in this country that don't need the government to control their lives. That's it.
I love it.
I don't know what to say.
But there are also people who are Republicans that aren't racist.
Wow. Okay.
Or homophobe or transphobe.
JP, when millions of dollars are poured into propaganda machines.
Oh, I know.
You can't be mad at what comes out.
Like $175 million to try and take two seats.
2 seats. Exactly. So what
I can be mad about it.
No, you're right.
You know what
you should challenge people to be better
that's
people.
That's people's money right there.
Yeah, no, but I don't.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like,
people going, you're going to make them win? Here's $100,000.
By the way, Joe Jorgensen sent me an email after she's lost and said it was good, and she asked for more money. I'm like, what, are you crazy? You lost. Fuck, you want more money? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
I'm actually.
I was so confused by it. I'm like, is this a late email? But it looked like it was on current. It was current.
So she
wants like more money for like I don't know, like a.
Melissa was all upset, right? Well, not all upset, like because Melissa gets politics and shit, but clearly, I mean, she's worked on campaigns and all that. She.
You know why Joe Jorgensen had no chance?
Looking at the end results, looking at the end number, we were all charged up. Like, she might be close to the 15%.
She never had a shot, and I'll tell you why.
It was like 1.7%. Yes. Howie Hawkins, I think, got 0.3%.
Can I tell you why?
No, hold on. I can tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because more people turned out to vote than ever. Than ever. If you look at the amount of people that voted for Joe Jorgensen,
it's a good number, but it doesn't match the percentage.
Number. It's a great number, and it's greater than what Gary Johnson brought in 4 years ago.
Percentage-wise, even though it's a low percentage-wise,
Percentage-wise, Gary Johnson had a higher percent of the votes, even though Joe Jorgensen had.
The problem is
a hell of a lot more
in a polarizing campaign when it's like left versus right, good versus evil, all this stuff that you're watching. There's no room for people like her. Like it's just like
the libertarian ticket in 4 years is going to be the one.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Of course you did.
Gary Johnson, Gary Johnson was ahead of his time. He was legalizing pot too.
There are some good Republican congressmen that have flipped and came over to the libertarian side.
Yeah, but can they fundraise enough?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
The bottom line is, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It's fundraising.
I think throughout this whole year, I've heard Joe Jorgensen's name on Joe Rogan's podcast 3 times.
No, didn't she?
I was going to say once.
Didn't she?
It might have been less than 3, but about 3 times.
He didn't interview her?
No. Oh, because people just don't. It's not part of the. It's not
I put it in once a week. Hey, Joe Rogan, you should have, because he has a
request, like a mailbox.
Yeah, like a little pop up like request you can request. And obviously if enough people request a certain
no
person,
one's requested Joe Jorgensen though.
I mean, all of the people on her page said that they were, and like.
Unfortunately,
nah.
I mean, you know what? Like, listen,
she doesn't
I'll
have
be
enough
honest.
money for the meter
now
machine.
that it's over and shit, and I don't have to like sit here and be, vote third party
What
because
do you
we
mean
need.
over? We're going to court.
Yeah, okay.
we could talk about real things like how Jersey legalized weed and New York still not in.
I'm actually excited to move from politics and actually talk about some real shit.
Remember
weed.
But
remember I beefed about that? How is it we can have weed legal in one place? Like, how can Jersey right across? So everyone's gonna fly. We're gonna be legal. It's gonna be legal fast in New York because the amount of money we're gonna lose. Because people are going to recreationally, it's going to make more sense to hang out.
Can they legalize weed? That
Cuomo's saving it for his re-election.
So you're saying in 2 years?
No, because he's not gonna run again. I don't think because he's gonna run for president in 2024.
No, he's not. He missed it. They're gonna run
King Cuomo. They're gonna the American coronavirus treasure.
They're gonna run Kamala.
COVID Cuomo is not gonna run for president.
No, I think he's done. I think he's overstayed his welcome. Like,
who's gonna vote for Kamala?
I don't know, but I'm saying she's the vice president. It would make sense to run her.
She's a disaster.
I didn't say she's
going to be a disaster VP.
I don't know that.
You're right. I don't either.
I don't know that. Listen,
just going on her record, she's going to.
If Donald Trump wasn't around,
now listen, you gotta give the opportunity of did she change her ways? Yes. Did she grow? Did she? It happens.
If Donald Trump wasn't around,
until she proves otherwise.
No, I agree. How two-faced is she? Is she able to completely turn her back on her horrible ways in the past?
We'll see. It's only time will tell. And even look what Dave Chappelle said when Trump first got.
Yes, we'll give you a chance.
I'll give you a chance.
I said that before. I'm not rooting against him.
I'll give you a chance. And
I'm just not expecting anything fantastic, judging by
but
their
you can't just. I personally don't like the she's an evil person thing because maybe she was in the past, but I have seen shitty people change personally in my personal life, and
I also think the job's different. I really think.
Yeah, I mean, listen, or she can be like, gotcha.
Listen, you know,
one of the two things is happening.
Everyone had a boss that people become their job.
I'm
sometimes.
just so over the identity politics. I'm just
how can you? It's the best. It's the best. It's the best tool ever.
Like
it works. Listen,
it's draining. It makes me go. It makes me roll my eyes and go, I don't fucking care.
I do hear you.
Listen,
I do hear you
until people learn to really critically think.
The first black South Asian woman vice president, like this is where
even Trump tried to do it. Even Trump was like, just so you know, this was the biggest election for Republican women. And everyone was like, anyway,
yeah, exactly.
Listen,
shut the fuck up.
The reason why you have identity politics
shit
is that
I'm over it.
The reason why you have identity politics is because people are always looking for something to celebrate. Now, as a white male, I agree. I'd be over it because there's never a party for that. There's a party for everything else. So I don't blame you. Like
I'm not even saying that. I just feel like
but that's what it is. It's like there's always
Gene. I mean, you don't feel that way. You don't feel like it's like you don't like roll your eyes and go, oh my god, enough with the black suffrage here.
Like it goes right over my head.
I'm doing fine, people. Shut the fuck up.
You know what's funny? Someone said in another podcast. I think it was on the Schultz podcast. They were like, because I think he was talking about how people will cater to the black vote and do this and cater, and they were like, if it's not genuine, I really don't want it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's what people aren't. They're so into you got to do this and that, and people that we're doing it for.
If it's being forced upon, I don't want it. Like it's not real.
Isn't that kind of reverse? Isn't that kind of the true definition of reverse racism? Being nice to someone just because of what they look like. Wouldn't that be the true definition of reverse racism?
It's fake.
In a sense.
Because if it's real, that means that...
Because I hate when people say reverse racism because of the black guy hating on a white guy. That's not reverse racism. That's just racism.
Yes.
So the true thing of reverse racism, wouldn't it be, oh my God, Gene's a black guy. I have to be extra nice to him. Here's a cookie. Here's a drink. Jesse, drinks are in the fridge. Like, imagine, like...
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And wouldn't you be like...
I guess that would be a better definition of reverse
I wouldn't say reverse.
Racism.
I mean, I don't think that's reverse.
It's not, but you know what I mean.
I get what you're saying. I mean,
isn't that closer to it?
I get what you're doing.
It's hard because you have to understand because.
But you know what? You're not going. That's not reverse racism. That's racism. You're going.
It's like catering.
But maybe that's my point.
It's like race. It's like race catering.
Ooh, okay,
yes,
see,
but I'll be honest with you. To me, race catering it's part of the game. So like,
hashtag it. We just made a new term.
Race catering.
Race catering.
Yeah,
you fucking race caterers out there. You race caterers out there need to be true.
Hashtag race caterer.
I don't know. Race catering is part of the game. Like, is that something I want? No, but would I take advantage of it if it was given?
Of course. If some that, what do you think movie actors do?
So what?
Do I get catered to?
Do I want white privilege? No, I don't like that it can be held against me. Do I utilize it?
Of course.
Yeah.
So you're asking a bunch of people.
I don't want to get arrested for the weed in my pocket. I'm gonna stand up straight and say, yes, officer. My best friend is a detective.
Yeah. But that's my point. So who are you asking to? You're asking him not to do it, not to accept it.
No, I'm saying I don't think they are.
That's what I'm saying because
now, he makes a point here because he's making a good point there because it's like
if you call it reverse racism, you're saying
no, just in general, race catering in general. It's like if you don't like race catering, then it's essentially what you want is for Gene to not accept the catering.
I'm not asking him to not accept it.
You know what? I don't want your cookie, and I will go get my own drink. Thank you.
But there are a lot of people like that, though.
Nah, not calling it. Not this guy.
Gene,
not this guy.
You're a totally different animal.
Listen.
You're not cut from the same cloth.
If you feel like you owe me something for slavery,
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Of course,
not sure
of course. But you're not going to sit there. But you're not going to sit there and like that person more. You're going to be like, yeah, sure.
I'll be like, that's my point. The sucker gave me.
But that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. It's not genuine. And some people just want.
You're going to take advantage of that person.
As you should.
Yeah.
At some point,
you know what?
You know why you should.
New premonition. I'm on board now. I'm with it. Yeah. Yes, let's push this agenda and let's help the black community take advantage of the white liberals that want. You know what I'm saying?
No, they tried that. It didn't work.
It won't work. I'm gonna tell you why.
Take their houses.
No. Here's what happens.
Take their jobs.
No. It'll never happen because white liberals.
It'll make them
Sounds
feel.
like you're talking about
make them feel so good about themselves.
No,
they took our jobs.
No, white liberals always give you things you don't want, like the Aunt Jemima stuff. Like it's like
that's what I'm talking about. It's like now I can't have Aunt Jemima on a bottle.
Tell me you don't feel better eating breakfast now, knowing that bitch is canceled.
No,
that bitch went down. All right,
I don't think it was because of her.
That bitch is not on tables anymore.
I don't think it was Aunt Jemima who they were mad at. They were mad at the people who were behind her.
But so we canceled her instead of glorifying her for being beautiful. And delicious.
But
you don't feel better having breakfast?
No.
You don't feel a little bit more empowered when you sit down and have some flapjacks?
No.
Do you even eat flapjacks?
No.
There you go. Like I've seen Gene's photo fucking library. Gene
doesn't wake up for breakfast. He's lucky for brunch.
Yeah, brunch.
No, I think you listen. He's a restaurant guy.
I was gonna say it's tequila or champagne.
Speaking of brunch,
restaurant guys don't like. We don't like brunch. Brunch is fuck you.
Speaking of brunch, you better not be lying. I see all these parties. Joe Biden's hosting brunches and shit. Like that better not be a lie. Like I'm going. You better be there.
All right, another one. Like just another funny meme that I saw. I thought was funny. It said, so do we start at Walmart and Target when we do the rioting?
I wrote it on. Did you see what I wrote?
I don't know. I've never done this before. No, I thought that one was funny.
Melissa shared that. I go, it's called Target for a reason.
I saw you say that. Yeah,
it goes first.
Target for a reason.
Hey, you know what? I want to go to Sink or Swim.
No, I shared that on one of Melissa's things. Yeah.
I'm going into Sink or Swim because fuck you guys.
I thought it was a good conversation.
No, I just wanted to say fuck you guys.
Oh, okay.
I like saying that. I like telling you guys.
I'll accept it.
You guys.
I'll accept.
There's got to be a little more tension sometimes.
I'll accept the result of that comment.
People don't like respect.
Can we get a recount on that comment?
Yeah, people don't like respect. They don't want people to respect each other, have normal conversation. They want you guys to get angry. So fuck you guys. You're welcome.
Did you come up with that overnight? Did you come up with that overnight?
It took me a while to count.
If an election lasts this long,
it was a clerical error. I said fudge you guys.
Fucked up.
I know. If an election lasts this long, please call a doctor. You never seen the commercials?
No.
Oh, that was Eviction. Sorry. Keep on.
You're way off. It's a completely different evening.
Gene, that's a bar. Good job, man.
That's a bar. You fucking idiot.
I'm working.
Save that shit.
I'm working.
Proud of you, man.
All right. Alex Trebek died.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, that's sad. 2020 needs to end right there.
That's some shit.
I'll take legend forever, Alex.
Yes.
Right?
Day double.
I didn't watch a lot of Jeopardy, but it's like
I watched it with my great grandfather.
A lot of people have that experience. It's the fucked up thing.
Can I tell you how much I love Jeopardy? Shout out to Sabrina Burke. I actually reached out to her today.
Of course,
she was my accountant when I was the general manager of Fridays.
Okay,
and
she was a Jeopardy head.
No, she bought me Jeopardy tickets because I used to always talk about it.
Oh,
and like that was like one of the first.
Oh, you went to a Jeopardy?
I went to Jeopardy, and I reached out to her and I'm like, yo, I feel so bad because we probably haven't talked in like 3-4 years, and I'm like, yo, I had no choice but to think of you. I'm like, you bought me Jeopardy tickets, and I was like, it was like my birthday, and like the employees, she let it, but the employees, like that's like probably the second coolest or third coolest gift I got in my management years.
My brother's ex-fiance.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
Her father used to write the questions for Jeopardy.
That's cool.
What?
So that's my one connection that is useless. That's the most useless connection. What's going on there?
I got the kids are in school. The phones are down at Mika's school, special needs school. I got to,
Of course they are.
Check.
It's such bullshit.
Betsy DeVos gets to leave on that note.
Oh man! All right, so I got this one, and I wanted to bring this one up because we could segue into a little sports talk too. Russell Wilson spends $1 million a year on his body. $1 million.
They all learned that from LeBron. Don't even fall for that.
From LeBron? You mean from Tom Brady?
No, LeBron.
Tom Brady don't spend $1 million on his body.
You kidding me?
TB12.
Bro, he walks in looking
like 40 plus years old and still crushing it in the NFL. Except for last night, that was a terrible game.
I'm sorry. Did I say LeBron? James Harrison from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
DK Metcalf.
I know, but James.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that
I want to understand what he's saying now.
He spends $1 million
or
just in everything.
Nutritionist, but that's fair.
It costs $1 million a year. But think about it, like that's
but what's the return?
It's also probably
but
the nutritionist going, how much do you make a year?
Yeah, but
it's gonna be $500
grand. Add a zero to that one.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't even matter because the return on investment is amazing.
Of course,
he spends $1 million a year. He probably makes 30 to 40.
No. So, I know, but just the number itself.
No, but
it's amazing.
But that's what it costs to keep a guy.
Have you seen him? He is a Greek god.
Exactly.
Shorter.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
He's not stature.
I'm talking about Metcalf.
I'm talking about Metcalf.
Yeah. But listen.
What is he? 3% body fat?
Yeah. If you want, and honestly, Metcalf
pass out.
If you want to perform,
right,
you gotta invest. If you want to perform. It's that simple. Kobe Bryant said it best. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant.
Each year he spends $1 million.
Yes, $1 million a year.
But listen,
on his body.
It's not a lot. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, because Kobe Bryant said best. Kobe said when he was like on one of the talk shows, and he's like, when he came to the league, he knew it was going to be easy. And they're like, how'd you know that? He goes, because most of these guys are just in it for their paychecks. They're not really in it for that extra level. So the people who spend that type of money.
And now look at Russell Wilson. Finally getting talked about being an MVP for Christ's sake.
He's not going to get it.
And he should.
Yeah, because he got destroyed by the Buffalo Bills.
That's how it goes, baby.
But was he then?
Come on, who's going to get it?
Patrick Mahomes.
They came back.
Mahomes got fucked up too. Mahomes had 2 bad games this year.
But 1 loss. The Chiefs only have 1 loss.
I thought the Chiefs lost twice.
That's the Ravens. That's the Ravens. The Ravens lost twice, and that's why Lamar's out of it. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes. I see it already. Patrick Mahomes, I hope not. Patrick Mahomes is the fastest to 100. Listen,
he's great.
Watch this.
Love him.
Watch this. Patrick Mahomes is the fastest to 100 touchdowns. Right?
Okay.
And Manning, Brady, and Marino, those guys had, I think it's 40-something interceptions, 50-something interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has 19.
And he's doing no-look passes
We're
and
dealing
shit.
with something that we've never seen before.
Good. I like that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I probably just zoned in to like...
That's a phenomenal.
The last year and a half of his games are just...
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
it's
you're
a
right.
joke.
This
boom,
kid's
boom.
a monster.
Yeah.
At least he's not in any of our divisions. Because if he was a Cowboy, if he was a Patriot, a Dolphin, we'd be like,
dude, he's
fuck him.
He's
fuck him.
He's John Elway mixed with Tom Brady. Like, it's just...
No way. He's like
Steve Young. He's mobile.
Mixed with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with a
he's mobile. He can throw
a Mike Vick. You know, like
you know what it is about Russell Wilson? He came in the short guy. Yeah, we don't know if he's going to be good, and then he like Drew Brees'd it, and then all of a sudden, like he'd have years where it just seemed like he wasn't great.
Like a rebuilding.
We're not Legion
of Boom. 3 years.
Right. The Legion of Boom won them their Super Bowls.
Legion of Boom, he's not gonna.
So yeah, he's not getting those Super Bowls. And now he's like the shit. and his defense blows.
Because you know why? Because the money.
I don't know, man. The Seahawks, I think, still have the best chance in the NFC.
No way.
They got to shore up that defense, bro. They let up 44 points on the Bills.
The Saints said a statement yesterday. They smacked the shit out of them.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay.
you could see it all over all of their faces. Tampa Bay just wasn't in it that game. They weren't in that game. It was a weird game.
I mean, when you scored 3 points, your team is obviously.
I'm just saying, like even like I don't know. You're right. I'm just something was fucked. Something was off.
They got cocky because everyone was laughing at the Patriots. Going,
but they got swept by the Saints now.
Yeah.
And guess what? On top of that, Tom Brady. We all know this.
Well, Tampa Bay probably doesn't make the playoffs now.
No, they will.
How?
Wild card.
They're in the same division.
Yeah, wild card. They have to win out.
They got swept in there. Hold on. Yeah, no, you're right.
But here's the problem. Tom Brady, we all know, is notorious for doing what? I mean, there's no fans, so I don't know
making people think that he sucks.
I don't know how it works out, but he always wins at home. So
what's Atlanta's record? No, that's
come on, stop it. The cellar dwellers, stop it. Stop it.
Atlanta's got a horrible losing
I'm just thinking of their.
Did they even win a game? Oh, they did. They won a game. Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta, they're good at elections. They're not good at football.
And Carolina's
it's so funny because they got all these names on offense. You're like, why are they losing?
What's that division? It's
South. It's Carolina, Panthers,
Tampa,
Atlanta,
and New Orleans.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
NFC South.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. So Tampa
has to win out.
Tampa, get a wild card. Tampa can get a wild card.
They get a wild card.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, fuck Melissa.
Why?
She beat me yesterday.
What?
No girls allowed. Beat Carlos Spicy Wiener, the legendary Carlos Spicy Wiener.
I'm sorry.
She was the Jets beating the Patriots 5 years ago.
I came in the house at 12:30, and I was like, "You're gonna do it again."
Oh.
Change your fucking lineup.
Oh, wow.
Nah, she won. My team didn't perform because of one guy.
Who is it?
Hopkins. Hopkins got me 6 points.
I took a loss this week when I should have won.
Do you realize Engram got me more points than DeAndre Hopkins?
So trade him and then watch him score 50.
No, I did not do that.
What happens. You know that's what happens. Trade him, watch him score 40.
I know.
So I switched my team name this year to Injury Prone.
Oh my gosh. You should call it the Injury Bug, but I like Injury Prone.
Because every week I lose someone. I've lost someone, and I think it was the 4th play of the first quarter.
Go on.
David Johnson, concussion. 1.6 points as my starting running back.
Very David Johnson-y.
You should be able to change your play.
Talk about a fall from grace.
No, you know if you're
right
playing.
now,
bro. David Johnson's been he's been a great RB2 this year.
He's been all right this year.
But it's my fucking
We're talking about a guy who was the leading receiver and leading rusher in a year. So that's all I got to say.
I finally get Michael Thomas back.
And I won that year. But go on.
I finally get Michael Thomas back this week. He puts up the dud. Well, not a dud for me, but again, just they ran the score up so quick. It was like
I think when you're playing,
then my guy.
I don't even think he played the second half.
Kamara killed it for me. But
did he?
Yeah, Kamara kills me. He'll have 14 yards rushing, and I'll get like 37 points from him. I gave up on understanding him.
I think if a player gets hurt in fantasy football, you should automatically get the points from the backup for that game. Like, they need to really, because it's annoying hearing that story. How many times?
No, it is.
You should get the points for the backup,
and then
you should get first dibs to pick up the backup.
The idea is if you had...
Why should I have a perfect lineup, someone gets knocked out, I get 1 point, and then maybe the backup scored 10?
Yeah, Duke Johnson wound up, I can tell you right now.
I should get those points.
That's not a horrible idea for fantasy. We're rewriting fantasy.
Why not?
Well, I mean,
it's not a horrible idea.
It's also tough because of the people that have handcuffs.
Well, no.
No.
All right, great.
Well, providing he's not owned by someone else. If the backup is owned by someone else,
like Duke Johnson is sitting on the bench is sitting on waiver wires right now.
Exactly.
Free agent.
You should have those points.
And he took over and put up 15 points.
You should have those.
So that's like 20 points of David Johnson that I lost.
Yes.
Or you could just say
that wins me the week.
Yeah, because that sucks. The injury bug is going to get worse every year.
I mean, again, it's also I played.
With no preseason.
I played a dude who had
which is getting less. I think they're doing the extra games. Are they starting that? It's 18-game season.
There's going to be more injuries.
Well, this was zero pre.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, then again,
they're not going to do that. They're never going to do that because this year, the first week or two, it was too much proof onto why you need at least some preseason.
Watch,
you can't do it
too much.
You can't do it.
But the argument's going to be
Devontae Adams puts up 35 points. DK Metcalf puts up 26 points, and his quarterback Justin Herbert puts up 30 points.
You know when I think of DK Metcalf, what I always think of? Remember the league?
That's his whole team, though.
Remember the league we had last year, that free league that we were messing around with, like with everyone?
Yeah.
And George going, he couldn't run a route if his protein shake depended on it.
Oh
and now motherfucker's one of the best. I kept meaning to text him to laugh at him, but I don't think he'd remember.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Might be top 3, right? DK this year?
I don't know about that, but
he's up there.
He's up there.
He's up there.
He's up there.
That's crazy.
With his no body fat. All right.
What do you got?
I got one more because this one annoyed me personally. It's not, it just annoyed me.
Aww.
So you know about the Johnny Depp thing? You probably don't know about it. You know about it.
They lied about it.
No, Johnny Depp was
the wife.
Yeah, and Amber Heard, they had this big thing.
Yeah, I remember you bringing this up, and
Amber
she lied.
Heard, right.
He's now...
Johnny Depp lost his lawsuit for libel against the Sun in the UK. Yeah.
What happened?
They basically
sued
said
his son?
He sued the Sun.
Who's the
Sun?
The newspaper.
The tabloid newspaper.
Oh.
They put out saying that
like
calling him
like whose son?
They calling him a wife beater and just bad.
And
shit.
he lost that.
He lost that because a judge decided that
it doesn't have to be true.
No, it's not that. They just decided the evidence wasn't enough, and that they don't think the evidence was. I don't even know the full story. All I know is that that's besides the point. Maybe he did some shit wrong that we don't know about. I don't know. But Amber Heard was on tape. Like, there's recordings right now, her talking about how they'll never believe you, because she's out of her mind. She cut a piece of his finger off, would throw pot and pans at his head, literally.
I know.
She punched herself in the face to make it look like he beat her, and that was already proven. So Johnny Depp lost his job for a movie from Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers also has, they also have the DC universe. Mm-hmm. Amber Heard is on Aquaman. She didn't lose her job. People are flipping the fuck. Bro, type in Amber Heard Aquaman on Twitter or on anything, and even Instagram.
What?
People are flipping the fuck out because she's proven to have beaten him and to have abused him mentally and physically. And the idea is...
you're saying she should be canceled because she's a liar and she beat the guy.
No. Definitely not. Not in today's age. Believe all women, bro. It doesn't matter.
And that's what people... Bro, I went on Twitter and the majority... No. But here's the thing. I went on Twitter...
Women don't tell lies.
On Twitter, the majority of the people saying this is bullshit are all women.
Because Johnny Depp's a legend.
Not only that.
Well, because women...
No, because she was proven to do something wrong.
Women don't like crazy women because it makes them look bad.
You're missing it. Women can call women liars.
Exactly.
Men can't call women don't lie. You believe all women.
The idea is that
Johnny Depp deserves to lose his job, and she deserves to keep her job. In fact, they should probably give the rest of Johnny Depp's roles to her.
Captain Sparrowette.
No, man, I think Warner Brothers is getting some shit right now.
As they should.
They're getting shit right now. Bro, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
flush.
I didn't even see Aquaman yet.
The first one was good.
The first one was fucking
There's
awesome.
2 already?
Well, the second one's gonna
in the makes. In the making.
Eventually.
It was really good.
Well, we'll see about that now.
Because of her?
Bro, I'm telling you, there was a petition out, almost probably up to 600,000-700,000 now signed it. Like 500,000 people went out of their way, clicked the thing and went, my name, get her the fuck off of Aquaman.
Yeah, but who did the counts? Not someone from Nevada.
Digital, bro.
Oh, okay, just checking.
It's true, that means. It means it worked.
Oh, they can do that.
They can, apparently.
We can do digital counts.
We can do digital counts?
Yeah.
I didn't think we had the technology.
Go figure.
All right.
That's weird.
Well, I just wanted to, it upsets me. I don't get it. It just annoys me. But then I go, why am I getting upset by this?
You're getting
upset. You mean you don't have, we could communicate with people differently? We don't have to send snail mail anymore?
No.
Allegedly.
We have this technology?
Okay, we have the money. We have the technology. We can build it.
We have a Silicon Valley?
We can build it.
So you're annoyed because Johnny Depp is technically a good guy. I don't know him, but I imagine
all of his ex-wives are like, nah, he don't beat wives.
Yes,
he's not. All of a sudden, in his 50s, he becomes a wife beater. That's ingrained in you, bro.
Second of all, you're mad because he is a legend. I would put him top 10 of all time.
not mad that he lost the lawsuit. Maybe he did some shit.
No, you're mad because she's actually getting away with something in real time.
With proof.
In real time. Like, she's guilty and she's still walking.
It's not, but it's not hearsay. It's with proof.
No, I get it. Like, I know what you're mad.
But he's got another lawsuit, so everyone's like, look, and they're going, he's got another lawsuit now with the son in America.
That's probably why. Oh, he lost in London or where?
He lost in UK.
Yeah, he had no shot, but now he'll beat him here. America will beat him. Tell him get the right laws. I know.
I don't know.
But Jesse, you did make a good point. I just realized if we really wanted this done right, you could have just did a Facebook survey that says Biden or Trump, and we probably would have got the counts back really quick. That's all we had to do.
But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that.
What?
You're right.
It all depends on your followers. It all depends on your friends and who can see it. The algorithm comes to play.
Zuckerberg figures it out.
Oh, you're saying actual Zuckerberg puts it out to everybody.
Whenever you go on, if you're in America, or an American citizen, you go on Facebook, cast your vote.
Yeah, and you could actually do it for a certain amount of time.
And I guarantee you that Zuckerberg, there's no way that they're crooked. They're not corrupt.
They're legit. They wouldn't fuck the counts.
They wouldn't sway.
Well, they're honest humans.
They'd make
Good
Twitter,
guy.
They'd make Twitter
Twitter would have
to vote twice.
Not to bring it up, but isn't Candace Owen going after Zuckerberg in some way?
Yeah, I think she's lost her mind, but yeah, she's suing.
Someone told me that
dangerous waters, man.
She's going after him.
Well, no. Candace Owens is a liar. She's a Republican woman. We don't believe them.
Finally, you see it.
I get it.
No, I'm joking.
She's not a liar. She's a racist. She's a Republican.
Listen.
She doesn't like black people. You should know that.
I'm going to help you out with the landscape of all those
all people who voted for Trump are racist.
All those people that drove me crazy. Candace can stay. Depends what she says. Hot Twins have a nice day. Those two women.
Diamond and Silk.
Bye.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Bye forever. But
they're funny as hell, man. They're gonna have a show.
I don't even know about Diamond and Silk.
You never seen that?
I thought he meant Tommy Lauren and some other fucking...
No, you never seen Diamond and Silk?
No, they're called Diamond and Silk. I probably went... What the fuck is this? Like a makeup show? Yes, I would do that if I saw
two angry black women who are like the biggest Trump supporters.
Doesn't change anything. I would think it's it doesn't change anything. The name I'm talking about, Diamond and Silk, sounds like a makeup show.
You can't mistake them for a makeup show.
I'm sexistly looking at that.
By the way, I have to. Here's another one. She gets a shout out.
Go for it, because then we'll go to Rushmore rankings.
I can't even steal this from her.
Fuck y'all.
Because I shared it from her. So shout out to Katie Warbucks. But this was on Facebook. I shared it because this is since you just mentioned her name.
You need to find that shit quick.
I will right now.
People are watching you look at a screen.
And this is why we can't do digital voting.
Why?
Because then people will look at their screen while we're looking at a screen. All right, go. Find the thing.
Tommy Lauren got a big decision to make after this. Bang Bros or Brazzers? I'm done. That was, I woke up to that, I shared it, I inboxed it, I go, funny.
I tell you what.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I tell you what, if Tommy Lauren put out a porn tomorrow,
people would watch it.
I'd watch it.
She'd be damn near close to a multi-millionaire.
I'd watch it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she'd know.
Whatever happened to porn?
It got so out of control.
Yeah. It got too real. You know what I mean?
It got too nichey, too.
Too what?
Too nichey. You can push Asians with small breasts but fat asses sucking on only left toes. And just, get a list, bro. You fucking get like, what the fuck? What? She does have small breasts and a fat ass. Holy shit.
And she's sucking Asian? On a toe.
And
the left one.
And porn, you know what? It's not making sense. Like, where is this porn shop? And where's this casting couch? Like, where are these people?
Why hasn't COVID affected the porn world?
You want to know what the porn shop is? The porn. It's a guy with that same light, that same camera.
Do you think they're making masked porn? You think they're making COVID porn?
1,000%. I would literally take all of the money in my bank account and just toss it on the table.
I bet you they do it. It's just a mask. How hard is it? She can't scream, I guess.
All of a sudden,
I don't know. My mind is going right now.
Of course they got it. They have it in every niche too.
That's amazing.
Big beautiful women, big black women, big white women, big fucking everything, skinny little shit women, everything with mask.
With mask.
It's got to write
COVID
all
porn.
Of your shit with mask.
Yeah.
COVID porn. Hashtag COVID porn. /# race. Yes. What was it?
Race catering.
Race catering.
Race catering.
That's a great term. I think we have to coin it.
I think that's got to be out. It's too good. It's too easy. It's too easy.
I'll look it up
You think
later.
It's already there?
It's too good.
I'm going to go to the gram.
I agree.
Let's see if it's on the gram.
But is it used?
It's definitely on Twitter.
Point. Is it?
Without a doubt.
I don't even know how to open up my Twitter.
Yeah, me too.
Race caterer.
Oh, okay, you can do that too.
21 posts for race catering.
Okay.
2 posts for race caterer.
All right, so someone thought of it.
And
we're not live, so.
Is it a good one? Is it a good one?
No. I don't even know. It's plants and 2 gigantic salt and pepper shakers.
Oh no, I think this was actually.
I think it's an actual catering.
Yeah, it's a
for
catering.
A race.
Yeah, they race. Yeah. Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
People will be confused. Like, are they going to races and
All right,
giving
so
food?
we just got a new hashtag, guys.
Oh no, it is. It is for racing.
Here you go.
That's ours. We own that.
We own this now.
All right, let's do Rushmore rankings.
You damn race caterers.
Let's do Rushmore rankings. What are the best 4 hashtags? No, I'm just kidding.
Love, light.
I want to bring it back.
Ooh.
I want to bring it back to being a kid again.
Okay.
Back in the day when I was a
dropping
kid.
some bars, some Ahmad on me.
Back in the day.
I want to be a kid
when
again.
I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Correct. I want to do best Saturday morning cartoons.
You don't want this smoke right now.
I do.
All right. Saturday morning cartoons.
Jesse, you watched Saturday morning cartoons?
Yeah, when I was.
You remember them?
Yeah. When
okay,
I was like,
first of all, was Thundercats on Saturday?
No.
No.
Okay.
Neither was He-Man.
Or Voltron?
No.
Shit.
They weren't?
No.
No, that's like a lot of like.
Those were like afternoon, like
Yeah.
after school shows.
All right, so you want to just do best 90s cartoons?
Was Silverhawks on
Early
it?
cartoons?
I remember
Well, I mean,
Silverhawks.
Saturday morning cartoons is
Very
easy to
specific.
do,
That was the
too, but-
Jetsons. That was the
I remember Punky
Flintstones.
Brewster.
That was a lot of Hanna-Barbera was Saturday morning.
I was gonna say all
Right.
Hanna-Barbera was Saturday morning.
Who's
and
is that
Acme.
the bear?
And
And
like
Acme.
Bugs Bunnies,
Yeah.
Roadrunners, all those were Saturday
Looney
mornings.
Tunes.
Yeah,
What
Looney
about-
Tunes. That's what I meant.
What
yeah,
about Yogi
Acme,
Bear?
yeah.
Wasn't that?
Yeah, that's
Boom, boom.
Hanna-Barbera.
I kind
That's
of like Yogi
Hanna-Barbera,
Bear.
yeah.
I kind of liked it. No,
Tom and Jerry,
Animaniacs. What year was that?
Dude,
That was definitely Saturday morning, though, wasn't it?
was it? Animaniacs. I
Bro,
feel like
Animaniacs had some jokes.
With the 3 pigeons?
Bro.
I don't
And
know,
the
I was
fucking
out.
Pinky in the Brain, which
Bro,
is my
with the-
favorite.
I feel like I'm too old for Animaniacs.
What? Animaniacs
you
is
could-
funny right now.
If you watch Animaniacs
No,
now,
I'm saying like back. I don't think I watched them because I was too old. Like Rugrats, I never watched Rugrats. I was too old for.
I dated a girl with a kid, so I know all of those.
I mean, like my kids watch
cartoons.
Rugrats now. Melissa watched Rugrats, but I'm also 3 years older than my wife. So,
Right.
but yeah, like I was just like a little too old.
Bro, Animaniacs they have like these 3 pigeons.
I was a Sesame Streeter.
No, that's not
love
good enough.
Sesame Street.
It's good, but not good enough.
Oh, it's not Saturday morning.
It wasn't Fraggle Rock.
Are we
my
doing
friends.
Saturday morning? We're doing just 90s cartoons.
You want to do 90s cartoons?
Because we can fuck up 90s
You do
cartoons.
90s,
I got mine
Voltron's
already.
in there.
All right.
Nothing moves Voltron. Nothing moves Thundercats. And I'll
Rushmore rankings.
Thundercats is in there.
Hold on. Rushmore
Without a doubt.
rankings, 90s cartoons.
Okay.
That's it.
Thundercats.
It could be 80s too, because I was born in. I'm older than you guys. Well, no,
Okay.
I'm not older than you.
No.
Holy shit. Never mind.
I was
But it could be
born-
90s, 80s. It could be that cusp.
Thundercats.
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense.
because I guess Thundercats and He-Man. That's all 80s.
Yeah.
It's not 90s.
That's what I'm saying.
90s was.
It might have went into the 90s.
Animaniacs years.
Yes.
It might have
Because 90s, I wasn't watching cartoons anymore. I was
Yeah.
out fucking shit up on
Yep.
Saturday mornings.
Man, I run 6th grade. I don't give a shit. I mean, here.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just go childhood cartoons.
All right, I like it.
So not 90s, not 80s, not
I'll throw
even
mine
2000s.
out. I can throw mine out
Best
right now.
childhood cartoons. Now, Rushmore fucking rankings.
Guys.
Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thundercats.
Definitely.
He-Man.
I'll
Teenage
give you
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
those two. I'm going to give you Thundercats and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have to be on.
I'm
there.
giving you mine.
Those two have to be on.
Guys,
good
I'm giving you
call.
No,
mine.
but we got to agree on them.
I know. Let me
Good
give out mine,
call.
and then we can agree on them.
call.
Right. So where do I got? Thundercats,
He-Man.
He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It sucks. It's really hard to not say Transformers because I was obsessed.
Me too. I was, but
Better than G.I. Joe, too.
Yeah, but I'm
I was
about to
obsessed with
lean
them
G.I.
too.
Joe. I'm like, how am I not going to throw Transformers out? But I got to go G.I. Joe.
No, I feel like Transformers better than G.I. Joe. Just did more.
I was a big He-Man guy too. But I have
too.
to take a few of those. I want to take a few of those out because you can't not have Looney Tunes in there.
Why not?
You can't not
I
have
think
Looney Tunes in
Animaniacs
there.
is amazing. I told you that.
You're not gonna have a Bugs Bunny / Elmer Fudd / fucking an OG one.
No.
Looney Tunes,
Not really.
Daffy Duck.
I get it. But
The argument's there. I'm accepting it. I grew up on them. I try to force Looney Tunes on my kids. They don't like it, but
because they fucking can't smoke a cigar anymore.
It's not Pixar. It's like, fuck you.
It's just real cartoons.
Yeah, I'm like, no. We're watching the OG Fantasia. Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
And then I crumble and I put on Fantasia in 2000 for them. I guess watch probably 20 minutes of that, and they're like, "This is boring."
Of course, Fantasia.
You can sneak it on because it's classic, but realistically, I'm trying to think about all the other cartoons. Good.
Fraggle Rock's my other one. If you guys cared.
Of course, that was the 5th.
Oh shit! That's
Inspector Gadget. I was a big Inspector Gadget guy.
See now, you see we fucked up. Damn it, Gene.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that was a good one.
Why there's too many people now?
Well, you know what? I'm taking Fraggle Rock out because that's not animated. It's puppets.
Good point.
So.
Fair enough.
Get you next
That's in like
time.
the Jim Henson.
Fair enough. So I definitely want Ninja Turtles on there.
Next time, Gadget.
You gotta have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Tailspin was another big one, and DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Ooh, Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck. And I used to love Heathcliff.
I love the video game and everything.
Heathcliff was great too,
Heathcliff,
bro.
That fucking cat used to fuck everything up.
Heathcliff.
I used to like Two Stupid Dogs. Remember Two Stupid Dogs?
Yeah, but then there was Dennis the Menace. There's
Two Stupid Dogs.
Heathcliff even had.
Yes, I remember that.
Come on, Heathcliff. No one should terrorize us. Come on.
I remember the song. I remember Two Stupid Dogs. I remember that.
Two Stupid Dogs.
What the? Oh,
remember Two Stupid Dogs? I used to love Two Stupid Dogs.
And even his cousin, the white cat, was cool. Heathcliff. His cousin was like a pimp or something.
All right. So we gotta throw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on there because fuck everyone.
Yes.
That has to be on there.
Thundercats.
Thundercats for me.
Yes. Come on.
I mean, we all agree on Thundercats. You gotta put it on there because all three of us are going, fuck yeah.
Thundercats.
We all said yes to.
Is it on my personal? Probably not, but Thundercats.
Thundercats is
No, it's my top like 10 for sure.
Mambra.
But we're all agreeing on it, so you gotta kind of put it on there.
It was the one. So like.
Mumron.
I have to throw it out. I was a poor kid.
I like Captain Planet too, by the way. Captain Planet.
We grew up poor. Right?
Okay,
so we didn't have a lot of
we don't
shit.
want to really listen to poor people. Go on.
But my mother one year got me a Castle Grayskull.
Really?
I had it too.
And it was, I treasured that fucking thing. And then a few years later, when I got into WWF figures, she eventually got me a ring.
Yeah,
which was
I had the
awesome.
ring, and everything went in that ring, and I did.
I had 4 figures, and I'm pretty sure it was a used ring because like the sticker was all fucked up in the middle, but I didn't give a shit because I had a ring.
This won't make the list, but there was an All-Stars with Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky,
yeah, I remember that.
and Bo Jackson.
Yeah, that definitely won't make the
list.
list.
They were like superheroes.
Yeah.
And they would fucking like... What?
I got no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. I do, but that's a deep dive. Like you can't.
That was a good show though.
You can't.
It's a good cartoon.
So we got 2 though. So now we need to get the other 2. It's the question.
What do you mean?
We need to get the other 2.
Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Those are definitely in.
I'm throwing out He-Man. I love He-Man.
You didn't like Gadget?
And Inspector Gadget is up there for me as well. So is Transformers.
So you gotta understand, Transformers and G.I. Joe is the same thing. It's like once you put one in, you put both.
They're actually making a universe where that's all one world.
Yeah, it's like
in
Knight
the
Rider.
movies,
It's like Knight Rider and 18.
Oh, and they're adding Power Rangers into that world too.
Wow.
Power Rangers is just
so
Voltron.
you know.
Power Rangers is just Voltron over and over.
Well, that's the idea.
I won't even say anything about
what
that.
What is Voltron?
Voltron is it's 5
Japanese.
lions combined and they become a big monster.
Together we form something.
Yeah,
I fucking forgot.
There's a red line, a blue line, a black line, a yellow line.
I had the things that actually attached.
Oh yeah. And then he has a big sword.
Okay.
And they were like aliens, but the lions can fly by themselves.
You're kind of getting it confused with Power Rangers, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Power Rangers were based.
Power Rangers
Ultron.
were stolen from that.
Gotcha.
But Voltron was the classic.
Well, no, when you're saying Voltron, I'm just thinking. Immediately, I thought of fucking Transformers.
It's the same idea.
Yeah.
It's a Transformer, except everyone.
Except a person works it.
I got you.
A person mans it.
Voltron is a little eclectic. It's not mainstream.
You didn't like
we're not
Captain
even
Planet?
putting like.
Captain Planet.
You didn't like Captain Planet?
I loved Captain Planet.
5 powers combined.
That's what it was. That's what the 5 powers
the
combined was. I almost fucked that up.
Boss hog.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's killing me. And it was so typical too. The black guy was Earth. I'm like, yeah, he's from Africa. There we go. And then the Russian girl, Wind. I'm like, they're really like now I see what they did. I didn't understand back then.
I thought the Asian girl was Wind.
The American kid's name was Wheeler, some white kid. Remember? I'm like, wow.
I thought the Asian girl was Wind.
Captain Planet. That
no,
Wind. I remember it being Wind.
Oh, was
she would
it?
say
What
like a
did she
little.
do? Who was Fire? Wheeler, the American guy. He was Wheeler. Fire.
Of course he was Fire. He was American. That's Fire.
The short.
What's wrong with you?
Some short Indian kid was Hart or something. Like I'm like yeah, whatever. Yeah. And then it's fire.
Brown hate, bro. How dare you?
It's fire. Hold on. It's fire, earth, air, water. Water was who? It wasn't the Russian girl.
I don't remember. I just loved the show.
He's
all right, so then that's got to be out.
It's out. He has my own.
I love the show. I don't remember.
That's a good show.
No, I remember. I vaguely remember. I think my brother watched it.
I'm shocked all these environmentalists.
My older brother watched it.
I'm shocked the environmentalists didn't bring this back up.
All right.
Fucking old guys.
Are you going to tell me Bugs Bunny's not going to be on this great?
I can throw Looney Tunes in there.
Not even Looney Tunes. Bugs fucking Bunny.
I'll fight for Looney Tunes. I won't fight for just Bugs. I agree. I think Daffy's funny. Elmer Fudd's funny.
All right, moving back, because I still get calls. I got to figure this whole thing. I got to get a camera, really, and stop using my damn phone. It's really got to happen.
What we do?
It's fine. It's fine. They get the idea.
Apple is going to come and take all of their things back.
They got a lot of shit. They better bring a truck from this house.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we at? Oh, we were
Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Transformers.
So.
No.
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget.
Transformers for sure.
What's a bigger leader than Optimus Prime?
Yeah, no, Transformers has got to be on there. You're absolutely right, because I was a giant Transformers.
Yes.
And that little childhood movie that scarred me for life.
Toys at Toys R Us.
No, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the cartoon movie that they just killed Optimus Prime.
I remember that, yeah.
Spoiler alert, I guess. They kill Optimus Prime.
Yeah, shot him right through the window.
How are you going to do that to a kid's movie?
Transformer
You're going to kill the lead in the kid's movie? You're going to fuck everyone?
Yeah. Transformer was so good because every time he was in a car and you saw one of those trucks, you're like, Optimus, so come on. You did it too.
No, of course. Listen, I was a huge Transformer guy.
And my mom's like...
I'll be honest, I'm just excited that Ninja Turtles are on there at the moment.
No, Ninja Turtles are best.
Ninja Turtles...
That was actually really kick-ass. I like DuckTales. I'm a fight for DuckTales. Listen, Scrooge they had great villains. Gizmo Duck, like... I'm a fight for DuckTales. Yo, Gizmo Duck, Scrooge, my last fucking time.
He's not with it. He's not with DuckTales. I love DuckTales.
The Busty Boys. The Bugle Boys. The Bugle Boys.
I understand.
The three of them?
Yeah, the three of them.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
No, the bad guys with the stripes.
Oh,
the Bugle Boys.
Guys. Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I still want Looney Tunes on there,
and
bro.
The grimy guy.
I want Looney Tunes on there.
The guy that always tries to his lucky dime. The other guy, the other duck that was rich but not rich enough.
Oh, yeah, I forgot his name.
There was a second duck that would send
there was the evil rich duck.
That was, it was like...
McGrath or something.
Yeah.
Was it McGrath?
Yeah,
something
McGrath,
like that.
And then it was McDuck versus McGrath.
Something McGrath. And I think he's right.
Yeah,
Duck
he would
versus
still
McGrath.
send the guys... And DuckTales was so good that it spun off...
They had a tailspin.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, bro. I love Tailspin,
that's a mark of a legend.
Great show.
You can't have Frasier without Cheers. I'm just saying.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Cheers or Frasier, so
Frasier was.
I just know that they were.
Frasier was a bar guest.
He was one of the bar guests.
Yeah, and then he was a psychologist, so then he made him his own show.
And then they made him one of the biggest shows ever. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Back when TV mattered.
Yes.
I still want Looney Tunes on there.
All right, take off Transformers.
Whoa!
I'll put DuckTales over Transformers.
I agree with that too.
I would.
Yes. DuckTales is classic. Bro, DuckTales...
I'll give you that.
My lucky dime.
I'll give you that. All right, you're going to give me Looney Tunes? I'll give you DuckTales over Transformers.
Okay.
Wow.
You cool with this?
Just because DuckTales I remember so much of, and I also played the video game.
Transformers is like the one serious action one in there, and all of it.
What do you mean Thundercats?
Yeah, good point. Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles wasn't serious. Thundercats
Yes, it was serious. Only Michelangelo was like a clown, but they were all serious. Raphael was serious. That was my favorite one.
Was Raph your favorite?
Yeah, with the two sides.
You know what? Yeah, dude.
Raph is a Brooklyn dude. Raphael's a Brooklyn guy.
Yeah,
even in the movies, they made him a Brooklyn
as soon as
guy.
you said, I'm like, yeah, you would be.
He talked like a tough New Yorker in the movie. Remember?
And plus, he always wearing Leonardo 101. Like, come on, bro.
Always. He'd always get angry.
I don't know when you're in charge, but whenever you're ready.
Then he'd always go off on his own and then learn a lesson and come back.
Yeah.
All the movies did it. Same shit.
And they always make Leonardo meditate.
Even when they redid the fucking Teenage Mutant Turtles, same thing. Raph went off on his own and then learned his lesson.
Oh, by the way, you're lucky.
Annoying.
It
you're lucky because X-Men cartoon was not 90s. It wasn't.
I think it was, but yeah,
it was like late mid 90s.
Okay, because I did.
X-Men was legendary. That was a legendary cartoon. No, it was 90s. I remember watching
What's sad is that the X-Men cartoon...
Mid 90s, like 93, 94.
The X-Men cartoon was done better than all the movies. and the movies came after. Explain that one to me.
That's an entire different show. That's an entire different show, guys.
I love when these guys get into their comics.
Tell me, am I wrong? The X-Men cartoons were done better than any X-Men movie.
You're not 100% wrong. You're not.
Like, they were amazing. And
you're like 90%.
Why is this so?
You're like 10% wrong.
I don't know the difference. We talked about this, and you guys were lighting up the Marvel movie, the X-Men movies, and I was like, what are you talking about? I thought Wolverine was great. I thought all the origins were great. You guys were like,
those are the worst ones.
I was like,
the only good origin movie was Wolverine. The Wolverine, the last one. It was great. It was the last one.
Sabretooth, right?
No, the last one.
Which one with Sabretooth?
Logan. Logan was the last one.
Logan was the last one. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about...
The Wolverine was the second one.
Is that the one when he went back and he had to fight two of them at the same time? And the chick with all the claws?
Yes. No. Yes.
He's a logger.
Yes.
Right. And Sabretooth is his brother, and it kills his wife.
Yes. His girlfriend.
It was a great show.
But he didn't kill his girlfriend. It was a ruse.
Yeah. They implanted the whole memory.
Oh yeah.
All right. So we're gonna take out Transformers and put in DuckTales.
Yeah, baby.
And then I get my Looney Tunes.
And then you can get your Looney Tunes. I'm okay with that.
This is called wheeling and dealing,
okay
folks.
that.
This is business right here.
It's a tough deal, but
Uncle Donnie showed you how to do this. It looks like.
Yeah. But all right. So there we go. That's our list. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
okay.
Thundercats.
Oh yeah, that's my shit.
Thundercat hose.
DuckTales,
and Looney Tunes as a whole.
Yeah, like the whole. Yeah.
Honorable mention for Heathcliff, though. That's my boy.
That was not getting the list, bro. I'm sorry. It was not. It wasn't happening.
Cat just knocking shit down. All
right. Well,
I'm like, why is this cat so mad?
That's episode 13. Garfield was just as angry.
No, Garfield was lazy. I hated that show. That was CBS.
Garfield spoke my language.
Of my hatred for CBS. Like
Garfield was DC. He
did
spoke
nothing.
my language.
Yeah. I just want to say this before we sign off here. Okay? At the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. It's just a president. It's not a fucking excuse to be an asshole to people.
Especially your own family.
Especially your own family, but in general, don't be an asshole. Be kind to everybody. Do great things.
I'll throw something in there. If you loot, I need a PS5 hookup real bad.
Xbox. I need an Xbox.
Real bad. So
PS5.
I'm not saying you should loot.
Of course you're a PlayStation
That's definitely the wrong thing to do.
Don't loot.
But if you find a PS5, you DM me, I will buy it.
Looting is stealing, and stealing makes you an asshole.
And I got the next Rush. I got the next Rush rankings now. The
What?
next one, next week's.
Video games?
Video games.
Oh, wow.
Consoles or games?
Games. I can't do consoles because it becomes very...
I already got one right now.
There's not a lot of consoles.
I already got one right now.
This is something I know I can hang with you guys on. So
if James Bond...
I juiced them up.
007
I juiced them up. Don't talk about it. I juiced them up.
That's on the list. I don't give a fuck any other.
Next
the Rumble Pack.
Next week's weird little... Okay, that's weird. But
okay.
GoldenEye?
Yeah, GoldenEye. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.
Subscribe and like.
Get it, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Cheer. Don't be a dick.
Don't forget to DM JP.